Hello, everyone, and welcome to Critics Play Games. This is a podcast about film critics giving our takes about video games and everything pop culture related, but mostly video games. This is our first episode ever, and we are giving our hot E3 2021 predictions for this year's showcase. We are about, oh my gosh, we're about a week away from the showcase. So we are
anything could drop now. Anything could drop now at this
anything.
point.
Yeah, that is true. Technically, E3 is like quote unquote already started. It's like pre E3. Like you get the small little drops here or there.
The small rumors too.
Yeah. So. Yes. So yeah, it's great. You know, this is our first episode. You know, I'm joined here with my other amazing hosts, and we also have amazing guests with us here as well for our first episode ever. So that is very, very fun. Almost wanted to put a little cheer in there for everyone. So let's go around the pod really quick. Let's introduce our other hosts here because this podcast would not be possible without them. I was like, hey, let's start a video game podcast because
it's all we talk about, man.
literally it's all we talk about, and it's like, should we just start this up? And it's like, yeah, why not? It took us a while, but we definitely got, I think we have a really solid name and foundation here. So let's go around the pod really quick. One of our other hosts, Zach, how are you, man? Let everyone know who you are and just, a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Well, man, my name's Zach. I talk movies every single day over on my YouTube channel, Zach Pope Reviews. But this is just fun because we literally talk video games every single day in our group chat. And it's like, might as well just start one because a big thing that me and Christian are playing right now is Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which I'm losing sleep over this damn game because I just put another 3 hours in last night and I haven't even done the third story mission. I'm just doing everything else. But I love video games. I guess to really get to know me, so you can already hate me. Last of Us Part 2 is the best video game ever created. I don't care if ands or buts. It's the best one I've ever done. Then my favorite gaming franchise is Gears of War. I love the third game so much. Still play it to this date. And Mass Effect is my favorite story trilogy of all time. I love video games. There's so many more games you'll kind of learn about me. One that I grew up on was Diablo 2. Me and my dad played the shit out of it every single day, and that remastered is gonna make I can't wait to get my dad back in the game so we can play that one.
all right Leo, let's move on to you. Let everyone know who you are.
What's up, y'all? So I'm Leo. I'm from Geekly Goods. I talk a lot about movies. I do movie reviews, reactions, little bit of rankings, news, live streams, and yeah, like Zach, I do a lot of movie related content, damn near daily at this point, a lot of Marvel related content. But I'm also in a group chat with Christian and Zach, and it just made sense to do a pod on video games because we all love games. Guys, I have been on Spider-Man Miles Morales for the last 17 hours, and let me tell you, I have loved every single detail of that game, from the combat to the web swinging to being Miles. Man, it is amazing. I've been, up until I got the black suit, I've actually been in the Into the Spider-Verse suit, loving the hell out of that. But super ready for E3. Favorite franchise is probably Final Fantasy, followed by Smash Bros. Maybe Pokemon at a number 3. Really like the Pokemon franchise as well. Super huge into Nintendo. I love fighting games, RPGs, shooters, and those are some of the best things ever. I don't know if I can agree, Zach, on Last of Us 2 being the number 1 game of all time, but I mean, it's a great game from what I played thus far. It's my first time playing Mass Effect.
You want to fucking argue right now?
Yeah, man. That's not the best, man. I'm still going Super Mario World, best game of all time, but that's just me. But yeah, I haven't gotten to Mass Effect, but I just got Mass Effect Legendary Edition because Christian and Zach were talking about it so much, and I was like, you guys are making this game sound so good. So it'll be my first journey through the Mass Effect series, and looking forward to some E3 stuff, guys. I mean, we'll have a lot of predictions. I can't wait, guys. I can't wait to dive into it, especially our Nintendo stuff. Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right. And of course, we have our guest, Ewan from across the pond. Let everyone know who you are and, what's your favorite video game franchise?
Yeah, so my name's Ewan. I do YouTube stuff over at MChat. I talk video games on the channel a fair bit, but because I am in the film community, I very rarely actually get to talk video games with other people. So, yeah, thanks for having me on. It's going to be a blast to talk E3 stuff. Favorite video game of all time, Halo Reach. Best Halo for me. Yeah, I just have so many great memories of growing up playing multiplayer with friends, Forge especially. Forge Island was like my home away from home. Absolutely love that place. Favorite franchise? Oh, it's difficult. Halo is one. Mario as well. It's a great franchise. Love me some Star Wars games as well. Transformers games. Grew up on those. And then I've been really getting into Final Fantasy as well recently. I only played 7 and 7 Remake. 7 Remake, in my opinion, is superior to the original. It's probably a hot take.
I agree.
But I'm excited to talk about E3. Yeah, this year potentially is going to be big. There's tons of leaks out there, but then there's so much that we don't know. So I'm excited to dive into predictions and such.
Okay, yeah. So, of course, as everyone has heard, or if you're watching this, we actually haven't decided if we're going to upload this or not as a video, but we're recording that on that side just in case. But so great around the panel there. I'll just cap it off really quick. For those of you who don't know, my name is Christian. I'm a film critic as well. I run another podcast called Film Optics. That is Optics with an X, with my co-host Devin, who was supposed to join us today, but he's having internet issues. So, all right, I still love him. Known him since I was a kid. I've been in love with the video games pretty much for as long as I can remember. I've been gaming since I was like 4 or 5 years old. The first game I ever beat was Pokemon Blue on my Game Boy Color. Team Squirtle all day, by the way. So, some of my favorite video game franchises, of course, Mass Effect. We've been talking about that nonstop. I just kind of started my Mass Effect 3 journey. I'm like a few missions in. I'm kind of doing a lot of side quests, same as Zach. I probably will just move on to Andromeda afterwards because it's like, why not? So I would
the worst one.
Until we get a new one, apparently.
Dude, real fast, I was watching a ranking yesterday and some fucker put Andromeda as the best one, and I was just like, how do you put that? Like, gameplay wise it's great. Like, combat great, terrible everything else, man. I've never beaten the game because it's not anything close to the first thing, man.
My friend actually thinks that it has the best combat out of all Mass Effects. I'm like, maybe
three is the best.
I think 3 is the best. I mean, 1 is very dated, very dated. But yeah,
it's like Leo. I don't want to like that. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's very
just dated.
It's been fixed.
It's kind of a turntable one though, in a sense. Like that's how they relate it. Is that it's like Final Fantasy but with guns.
Wait, it's turn-based?
No.
Oh, thank God. I'm like, nah,
the
man,
ability part, like the shooting, like the running and gunning is all standard.
Yeah.
But the ability part, like with the biotics and whatnot, that is a little bit it kind of kills the flow of combat. That's why I chose a soldier going in. And honestly, anyone who's playing Mass Effect 1 for the first time, I recommend them playing on it easy because it is.
Story's great. Story's great.
Yeah, the story is fantastic. It's not that it's unplayable. It's just that the combat.
Is it like extremely like you got to get used to the combat?
No. Here's the thing, Leo. You're gonna play it and be like, it's fine. But then you're going to jump into 2, and 2's combat is way more redefined. You're going to be like, holy shit, this is way better. And then the third game, Jesus, it's like, it's straight up a third-person shooter.
Yeah.
It's straight up like Gears of War, mantling,
so all the games aren't like that, though? See, that's what I thought they were all going to be like a third person.
I mean, unfortunately, it's a remake.
They're a third person.
I mean, not a remake, but...
You'll see when you play it, but you'll see every game gets progressively better with the combat. So you'll start off like if you were to go from 2 to 1, you'll be like, God, this is terrible. But starting with 1 and going to 2, you'll be like, oh, okay, this is getting better.
But it's for the story though. Like the reason why I tell everyone to start with 1, it's for anything, it is for the story because it gives
it helps you by the third game. Because your choices that you make in the first one, if you make the great choices, the third game will be way easier. Like because there's this thing without getting into details that you have to get the highest amount on, and it helps because back in the day when you played 3 there was an online component that you could just grind and get the best thing. Well, that's gone. You can't do the online
it's like
anymore.
the multiplayer out. So
now it depends on everything you do leading up. who you keep alive, who you side with in allies, who you bring alive. Because Leo, everyone can die in your crew.
That is very true.
The second
I can't
game,
wait. I'm
second
excited.
game, the final mission is called the Suicide Mission, and it's because everyone can die, including your main character.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It's crazy, but it's great. It's great old school BioWare.
Yeah.
But yeah, so really quick, a few other favorite franchises. I would say anything honestly old school BioWare. I still
Knights
love
of the Old Republic.
Pokemon. Yeah,
Star Wars
is
games
amazing.
Yeah. Legend of Zelda.
Oh, almost forgot. Hold on 1 second. Where was that?
Hey,
There we go.
There you
Sorry
go.
about that. Yeah, so I can't say I'm a big Zelda fan, but I would have to agree with Zach. Like, I don't know, Last of Us Part 2, it fucking hit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't mean to cuz as much.
Ewan, have you played Last of Us Part 2 real fast?
Yeah, I've played some of it. I know what happens in it anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you like the games?
Did
the
you read
franchise?
the leaks?
I do, yeah. I think that I'm probably about like 10, 15 hours into Last of Us 2, but I just dropped off it because I was playing loads of other games anyway, so I need to get back to it.
That makes
That
sense.
happens.
But I like it. I think it's good. It's obviously very visually impressive, like one of the best looking games I've ever played. Story is obviously very dark as well. But yeah, I like it. I'm definitely going to continue playing it.
Sweet.
I don't. The thing is, though, I think I can't really point out any problems with the first one. I just don't like it as much as other people because it's like overhyped. But
it's funny for me. I got the first one the first day. Like before we get into predictions, like for me, the first one, I wasn't excited for it at all. I loved Uncharted. I loved Jack and Daxter, but I was like, another zombie game. Come on, man. And then the day before, all the reviews came out 10 out of 10, 10 out. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I went to GameStop, traded in like 30 games for the damn thing, and one sitting beat the game. I was floored. Loved it. Because my dad had the PS3 at the time, unplugged it, took it upstairs, plugged it in. Gonna play it by myself and loved it. I play it once a year. It's my, it's phenomenal. So
So that was great, man. Like I really love, letting the listeners out there, let everyone know, who we are, and instead of just like diving into,
we already lost half the fan base though, right? Because
absolutely. Dude, I'm telling you, there's so many naysayers when it comes to Last of Us Part 2, and that's fine, like much like, since we're all in the film industry world, when it comes to critical analysis of a lot of things, like it's okay not to like the same thing, but some people just unfortunately take it
attack you.
Yes. They take it a little bit too
can
far.
you imagine if Zack Snyder made Last of Us? That would be awesome.
Oh my God. Started to be on another level, bro. Like
oh, life. It's all right. It's all good. But yeah, let's dive deep into the weeds here. The reason why we're all here, E3 2021 is back on track. Last year, we did not have an E3, but we did have Summer Games Fest, which I thought was pretty good. I mean, it's Jeff Keighley running it. He's gotten better and better with like the Game Awards throughout the years and whatnot. So I'm assuming, he'll do the same thing with Summer Game Fest, but that's also technically starting the day before E3 officially begins. But for all the folks out there at home who are unaware of what E3 is, it's a trade event for the video game industry, for like developers, for publishers to show off like their hardware, accessories, of course, video games. And yeah, like a lot of people just use it to advertise for like their next gen or like upcoming titles and their upcoming tech. So it's a lot of fun. It's definitely been the pinnacle of the gaming industry throughout our existence. Like, I mean, I remember it was on G4 back in the day. Yeah. They used to broadcast it. So yeah, let's honestly just get into our predictions here. I wanted to throw down little ground rules here. So since there are so many events happening all at once, I kind of even though like E3 is only for like a few days, starting next week, I think starting July 12th through the 15th. If anyone wants to correct me on that, I'm sorry.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
So since Summer Games Fest starts the day before, And since we have like, oh my gosh, there's EA Play happening later on this summer, I thought we can kind of just do predictions for, of course, E3, but also
everything coming up
throughout the summer. Yeah. So
like
I think
what will
really,
be announced
really cool.
in a sense, what could be coming up, what might come out this year per se. It's gonna be interesting. I personally, for me, I don't think we're getting too many video games this year. I think a lot of it's next year and the year after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's, I don't know. The whole, like, I'm excited for E3, like 100%. But at the same time, it's kind of just, I don't know. Like, I think it's because Sony isn't going to be there, because you would think after.
But they will be at Jeff Keighley's thing.
Yeah. Yeah. They will be Summer Games Fest. And then I don't know what they're doing. It is just all up in the air. I guess I thought it'd be more kind of nice for, like, Nintendo's going to be there at E3,
which is surprising.
Very surprising.
Direct.
Leo is very, very happy over there. He lives and breathes Nintendo 100%. I rag on him for it, but I still like them.
Yeah, we'll still rag on him.
Awesome. I love the gaming industry, and that's
Nintendo. I love Nintendo. I just sometimes their choices piss me off, but that's every studio.
Pretty much, yeah.
If they remake a game, they just need to not drop it at $60. Like, come on, guys. Like,
I'm telling
$60.
Why can't they just put an emulation thing on the Switch where it's like, hey, you want to play a GameCube game? Like Mario Party 6 is on here, the best fucking one. Let's do it right now. You know what I mean?
Keep re-releasing them. That's why they want to wait and cash some money.
I would pay $60 per title. It's better than me having to search down a Mario Party title. That's $150 for just the disc now. It's a joke.
Are you serious?
Yes.
It's insane.
Dude, it's insane. Those games.
I know Smash Bros was inflated, but damn.
No, Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door, I have it. It's $175 the last time I looked.
Inflated, man. This is crazy. And it's because Nintendo doesn't want to release any emulators.
Nah. Good for them, though. Get their prices up. You take that big GameStop, you'll still get $30.
No. I don't
fair.
Like this evergreen policy that Nintendo has. But that's just me. Like I love Nintendo, but I'm hard on them because I want them to do better. I don't want to come off as rude or anything. It's just.
But all the students, they all have issues. They all have issues.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
PlayStation is becoming a little bit like Nintendo, though. I'm not gonna lie. This Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate for $70 on the PlayStation 5.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
There is a free upgrade.
Add-on.
There is a free upgrade there from PS4 version.
See, that's what I told you, Leo. Buy the PS4 version.
I got it.
So now you have your PlayStation.
And then the
5,
DLC is 20.
Yeah,
I think the DLC is about $20.
Yeah,
so.
But
that's not pricey at all.
For people who have a PlayStation 5, even if you don't even own Final Fantasy VII Remake yet, to save yourself some money, buy the PS4 version, get that free upgrade to the PlayStation 5, and then pay for
that's what I did with Assassin's Creed.
Smart.
I literally bought the PS4 version for Valhalla and just did the free upgrade. I'm like, it's the same price.
Yeah, why would you pay the $70?
Yeah, it's like, you could probably find the PS4 version for about maybe $40, $50, depending on where you find it at, and boom.
Call of Duty is like Call of Duty Cold War was like $25 this last week, and then you just pay the $10 upgrade. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's simple. But who do you want to start with the predictions, Christian?
So I guess let's start with Ewan here. Okay. So we'll do our first predictions here. Ewan, just give us your best shot. I want to hear everyone's juicy hot takes. That's what I'm really excited about.
Okay. I'm just thinking which one to start with. I'm actually going to start with Nintendo, I think. So I think this is very possible. I don't know with Nintendo at this point. Mario Kart 9. I mean, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out, what was it, like 6 months or 4 months, something after the Switch launch. So it's been 4 years nearly. Obviously, it's still an incredibly well-selling game. So there's no reason for him to do Mario Kart 9. I just think they will, especially with Switch Pro rumors, which I'm sure someone's going to bring up here. I think that would be the right game to throw out there and really showcase that console if it is indeed true. And yeah, I think Mario Kart 9, it's about time. It could potentially be the big holiday game, if not, sometime summer next year, maybe. I think I don't think it's a surefire one, but I think it's very possible.
Okay. I have to admit, I did buy a Switch earlier this year. Got a little happy with that extra Biden bucks that came into my account. But then I actually ended up selling it for more podcast equipment because there was such a good deal on it. And I was like, okay, like, do I really want to keep my Switch right now? Or like,
wait,
I got like 3 other mics sitting here.
Come on, bro.
I'm telling you,
let me put
it
something.
was too good to pass up. I was like, I had to return it. I was like, I'm sorry.
Come on,
so I didn't
the Switch
sell it.
is so versatile. Wait, did you have the Switch Lite or just the Switch?
Just the Switch.
Come on, man. You can't get rid of that
sorry,
thing.
man.
So
You can take it on an airplane. Listen, airplane rides, train travels, they're never going to be boring again with a Nintendo Switch. It is one of the most versatile consoles on the market. Being able to take it with you anywhere you go, throw it in a little nice case. Boom, you got a traveling companion everywhere you go, man.
Dude, Sundance, when I went to the lines, best thing ever.
Really?
Play the Switch. Yeah, but I do want to add something that he said. I didn't put the rumored device in my predictions because I feel like it's already been announced that it is going to be shown.
Yeah.
I think, so, like, for me, I'll say this. Like, I'm planning on buying that new one, but I'm just going to give my girlfriend mine and then just take her Switch Mini and sell it because she doesn't fucking use it. I'm like, you take my old one, I'll just sell your Mini and go put the money out. Like,
yeah.
But I do think we are getting that. I'll put that there. I didn't put it in my predictions, but I would bet money that we're gonna see it.
I thought I heard somewhere they weren't gonna do Switch Pro.
It's
been hit or miss. But their Nintendo Direct thing says next software thing or whatever.
Yeah, so I don't think it's hardware.
They just said it's software. So that's
only.
I didn't put it down either.
I think it hints at the very end. I think they say next year because the reason it was supposed to be this year, from all reports, it was supposed to be this year, but then everything with the chip delay. They just decided not to.
Okay.
I still have like September, October time. They're releasing.
Yeah, just drop it. Don't even announce. Like, just drop the thing on the market.
That's the thing, because if they announce it, I think Switch sales are going to drop because people are going to wait, and they don't want to do that, especially when they're on such a high with those sales. So they'll announce it like a month, 2 months out. From when the console's actually going to release.
Though. That is smart. Though.
Exactly.
They did that with the Switch. I mean, I remember the day they announced it, pre-orders went up.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's that holiday traffic. They wait for the holiday to come, and then
I went and sat outside my GameStop. I went I saw the announcement, and I went right to GameStop, sat outside it. I'm like, I'm getting this Switch.
Oh man, I was too late. It was already sold out. I had to go up for a freaking witch hunt to get my Switch, man.
Like
it took like 6 weeks to find one.
And your PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's been a hunt for these last few consoles, guys. SNES Classic was actually I got SNES Classic, but NES Classic was the one that was just impossible to find when it came out. Impossible.
Can I be honest?
Did you grab it?
You want to know something?
You grabbed the day of, didn't you?
I had 6 of them.
What?
Dude,
see, that was before
Nintendo
was trafficking people. You
I
guys were the ones that was making it impossible for us.
I bought 2, went to Walmart, found 2 more, went to a Target. So let me just say this.
That's a crime, bro.
I sat on for a couple months. I had one, and I just sat on the other. I'm like, these are going to be good to sell. Dude, I sold each of those for like $250 or more. I made it.
Yeah, part of the problem, Zach.
I never did it before. I never did it before till then. I only did it because I needed that money and because I was pissed.
Okay.
And I wanted to buy the next one coming out. No, it was worth it. I mean, not gonna lie.
All right. Okay.
I usually don't scalp. I would never
that was some scalping. No,
dude. Hey!
You can't knock the hustle.
I've bought in like 6 PS5s for people, and then they pay me back. But like, I've bought. PS5,
you were really helping out with that for real. I can attest to that. You were helping.
Do you know how many times I could have resold the PS5? I've had like 5 or 6 in my possession at this point. So.
See, I don't know what it is, man. I just be late to the party. I couldn't find one anywhere. I went to like 4 Walmarts, couple Targets. I could not find a NES Classic. But for SNES, I actually camped out. Like I got
the SNES was camped out. I felt like that one was easy.
Like,
it
was. The demand was not nearly as high.
No, I've been waiting. I'm like, where's that 64 one? You
patented that? Maybe even a GameCube Mini. Yeah, the patent came out.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Okay,
so,
that 64 is going to be very difficult to get if it's a thing.
That's why I bought a 64. I'm like, fuck that. It's not.
Like, aren't a lot of those games like rights wise hard to get because Rare don't they have a contract with Microsoft? So it's like Nintendo can't put out their stuff. Like a lot of those
That's
games.
why that PlayStation
Microsoft
1
owns
Classic.
Rare.
Yeah, and that's why that PlayStation 1 Classic was kind of a shit.
Oh, that was a dud. Oh man.
No one that dropped in price.
I will be
Okay,
honest.
that's
You know
about
what I would
20
love to
now.
see is an original Xbox One. I think that would be cool.
bought
Oh.
the PlayStation Classic. Worse, I spent $10 on it and I felt like I was ripped off. I tried.
It's only good for Metal Gear Solid. That's the only thing that's.
I mean, you can jailbreak it, but it's too much work. But Leo, let's go to your number one. Not your number one prediction, but your first prediction. We'll just go.
Did you want like a hot take, or did you want?
It doesn't matter.
I don't know if this will be too hot. I think that Nintendo is kind of on a roll. I think. Obviously, I was going to do Breath of the Wild 2 first, but I will go to. I don't think Breath of the Wild 2 will have gameplay footage, but I do think we're going to see another Legend of Zelda remake. So I think we're going to see like Twilight Princess, maybe Wind Waker. I know they got Skyward Sword on the way for July, if I'm not mistaken, July or August. And I think they're just going to keep pumping these out, guys, in their last direct. That last direct, come on, they ended on Splatoon. I was like, okay, I know this is internationally really popular, but man, they got to do something for the US Nintendo because that was a horrible lead up. Let's be real, guys. Splatoon 3.
I like Splatoon. I like
Splatoon 3 at the end, though. I would have been fine with it being mixed in and then a Breath of the Wild 2 tease at the end. But what are we doing with that at the end?
So I agree with you, Leo. I almost I'm not going to say I actually had the remakes as well. I think they're doing something like Mario this year, where Mario had 3 big games.
That would be great.
Like it's different than Skyward is like an actual remastered version, where I think they are going to do 3, and I think it's going to be Majora, Ocarina, and Twilight. But I think they're just going to put them on there. I've heard Phantom Hourglass. I heard that they might do 2, and it's going to be the ones with the cartoons and 3 with the. So they'll do 2 separate remasters. The ones with the cartoon Link, and then 3 with the 3 major titles.
So Wind Waker involved in the.
So it'd be Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, and then whatever
I would be down for that. They need a Wind Waker remaster. They need one.
Well, they have been slacking on that. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal, but no one bought the Wii U. So
exactly, and they didn't carry over that software over to the Switch. What was it called? Nintendo something.
Yeah, so
the virtual console.
The virtual console. Why didn't they carry that over, dude?
Yeah. But that's why I'm excited to see what they do there with that. And I agree with you. But I agree with you. I think we are getting those remasters. And I think we're going to see some gameplay. I'm excited for that one. I'm excited for Skyward. Skyward. I never played Skyward.
You know what? I think it'd be dope without the Wii controls. I think that once you get it on some either the Switch controls or on the Game Pro controller, I think you'll enjoy it. I didn't really like the interactive Wii stuff with
Twilight
it.
Princess
I
is still my favorite one.
from it. Oh, of all time?
Yeah, it's my favorite one. But I was going to disagree with you. Breath of the Wild 2, I think we're getting the most gameplay for this year.
Really?
I don't know if anyone
I think we're getting a date reveal.
Well, there's Pokemon. That's the other one.
Oh, yeah, the other 2. Yeah.
I think, I got some predictions.
So...
All right,
yeah,
Zach, go ahead. You're good.
I was just gonna say, I think they said they're doing 3 hours of gameplay, guarantee an hour. That's Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. No, guys, I think they're gonna dangle the carrot.
Now,
it's not really.
I have no horse in this race because I do not have a Switch.
You guys think it comes out this year?
No.
2022.
I think they wanted it to.
Early.
I think same time as when the first one came out, so March next year.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Okay, sweet. Yeah. Is it my turn now, though?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so I'm going to stay in the Nintendo camp since we're just talking Nintendo. Yeah. I think we're going to get the final 2 Smash characters for this character pass. And I actually think this will be it for this. I don't think they'll do another one. I hope they do deep down. I really do. But I think they're going to start working on something else afterwards. So I have some predictions. These are optimistic. I predict them each and every time. It's never going to fucking happen, though. Master Chief is one of them.
Yeah,
maybe, hopefully. But I will say Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, and Conker. Conker's probably the one that will never fucking happen. I hope to God it does one day, but I doubt it. Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, though, if they do not happen, I will be shocked. Especially Crash. I thought Crash was a lock when they were showing off all the Crash Bandicoot stuff at one of the Nintendo Directs when it was coming to the Switch. I'm like, there's no way they're not going to announce Crash, and then it never happened. I don't see why he wouldn't be there. It's not just Sony now. It's the big iconic property. Same with Spyro. So I want to go as far to say I think one of those 2 shows up. And I also say that because I think Spyro 4 is going to be announced this year.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's a good
Okay.
prediction.
They
I
hint, if you
definitely
look at the Crash Bandicoot 4 art book, they
Mhm.
hint. There's a discussion where they hint at Spyro 4 in there.
I mean, it has to come. You've got the two big franchises and the Spyro. Didn't they re-release the games anyway? So
Yeah.
might as well come out with the fourth
Yeah.
one and then plug one of the two into Smash Brothers. If not, they might be the final two characters. That's what I was thinking was the final two, Crash and Spyro.
Yep.
So then, man. Okay, so outwardly guess here. Could we potentially get Goku, y'all? Is
No,
Smash
they
Bros?
already said no
Crazy.
Goku because he's not a video game character.
I don't know, man.
Oh, I would.
Leo,
be
if
over the
they
moon
ever
if they
put
did. I'll
Goku in,
buy
I will
myself
give you
a shirt.
$20. I'll give you $20.
I mean,
if
I
Goku
think
gets there.
there's a potential that we could possibly get Goku in here.
Man,
If
Isn't
not
Goku
Sora,
technically a video game
Goku?
character though? Because there are
No.
Dragon Ball games.
he's an anime
Yeah.
character first, so that's
Yeah,
why they
but-
said.
Ah,
I know,
fair.
I know. I'm just telling you, I'm passing the baton from what I've read from like Gamatsu and all this other stuff. I mean, that's just what they said, but we all know these companies like to say a lot of things. Jim
Yeah.
Ryan, any from PlayStation. So these companies will say anything to subvert our expectations. We see it all the time in movies as well with Avengers Endgame. We saw it with The Last of Us Part 2 with a lot of the trailers with for things that were
Yeah.
shown in the trailers that weren't in the game. So maybe I really don't. I would love it. Like that is like my number one character I would love to have in Smash. But I'm just trying to keep my expectations low so I'm not pissed later.
We're gonna get someone that's like a Fortnite character or something.
Yeah.
Oh, please no.
Yeah, because we
Please
got
no.
what's it from Minecraft? We got that
Steve
dude.
wasn't bad though. I didn't mind Steve. I thought Steve made sense, but like the Fortnite thing, like, and I like Fortnite. I play it sometimes, but like that guy isn't iconic. It's just the game itself.
Mhm.
Where like Steve is an iconic character.
Man, forget
So-
Steve. What a waste of space. They could have threw somebody else in there. I was like, Steve, really? We go. Take a lot of space
Nintendo
with
made
that.
him put it in there, right? I think he said that in an interview.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah, that's
maybe.
me.
Well, he what was Sakurai literally had to like rebuild the entire game for Steve because of the way of his
Wow.
movements and it's pretty cool. What for my prediction, I guess my first prediction, it's not Nintendo related, it's more Xbox related.
Hey.
There we go.
There we
Alright.
go.
There we go.
I'm thinking, I mean, we all know about Starfield. I want it's
Yeah.
more, I guess, Halo Infinite related because I think they Phil Spencer did say they're going to release a multiplayer beta for Halo Infinite, which will be free to play for everyone on Xbox and PC, which is really in the cloud. I want them, well, like this is my prediction. My prediction is they're going to shadow drop the at least the sign up for the beta for Halo Infinite, because I feel like for multiplayer, this is something people are repeatedly going to come back to. And it's more of the, how can we make it the best it can before launch? And I'm not talking like Square Enix Avengers where, they did beta tests like a month before. And it's like, honestly, how much can you change in a month?
Yeah.
Like this needs to happen like this summer. They need to have like certain play sessions throughout the summer, sporadically. And then, getting all that feedback for when Halo does come out, which I think Halo Infinite is going to drop on November 15th, because this is the 20th 20 years celebration of Xbox. So that's when I think Halo
as well.
Yeah. So
I agree with you.
That's my first one. It's more, the Halo shadow drop multiplayer beta, at least the sign up, if anything else.
This is up for Microsoft. This could be their year.
They
really
need
to
it.
put out.
They need it.
They need to show us. I'm not just saying this year. They need to show us what's coming next year. They need to get
Mhm.
people hyped of why they need to buy an Xbox. I
Yeah.
bought an Xbox. I like my Series X, but like, what exclusives are you coming out with? What is the reason that my best friend should buy an Xbox?
Exactly, because I am not convinced yet. I need
Leo,
something
pull the
to
trigger
come
right
out.
now.
Nah, man, I need something to come out
Because
to
right
help me
now,
get a Series S.
it's
And
Game
if
Pass.
Halo if Halo comes out, then yes,
Leo,
I will be
do
getting
not get a
one, but
Series
I-
S. Do not get a fucking Series
Yeah,
S.
dude, I'm getting
Yeah,
a
no,
Series
don't
S.
get
I
it.
want a
It's literally a
smaller,
waste-
more compact
a
It
experience.
is.
waste
It
of
is. It
money.
is tiny.
I want
It's
a
a waste
tiny
of
little
money.
one that I could tuck in the little cabinet, the
It's
size of a VHS tape.
It's-
It looks great.
Leo, I will fly to your house if you buy an S, and I will throw
I'm
it out the
buying an
fucking
S,
window.
y'all. There's-
No, it's such a
Okay.
waste of money.
Why?
It's
Why
for
is it a waste
100
of money?
For what? $150 more. You get a stronger console.
I don't need it. I have a PS5. That is my main console. I don't need a stronger performing Xbox.
I hope they
got a
announced that,
PS5.
like, hey, Halo can't play on the Series S. Sorry.
Oh my
We're doing
God.
Series S.
No, it's a bit Starfield. You can't play it. Won't run, or it runs at like 10 FPS.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, Halo Infinite has definitely been through the ringer because last year when we saw with Craig and whatnot,
That was not a good presentation, folks.
No.
well, like
I didn't hate it either. I liked it, but I was like,
Gameplay
it's
looks
not.
good. Gameplay
yeah, the
looks-
gameplay like it looks
looks
like
great.
Halo. It looks like
I
Halo.
will say, do you guys remember that it came out that the coalition was helping them make the
Yeah.
game?
Everyone's
So-
Like it was
helping
for Xbox
Everyone.
360, folks. I was
Everyone's
not
helping.
convinced.
Well, because they
him. And it's
know.
like a $500 million game right there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm going to be honest. Just go around. If out of 10, what do you think you'll score the game? Just
The
nothing
new
else.
Halo
just-
Infinite,
yeah.
7.
9 out of 10, just to be a little realistic.
8.5, I
Oh,
think.
I'd probably
I'm going to probably. I'm going to do an 8 out of 10. I hate 5. I despise
It
5.
was bad.
I think
that
5.
multiplayer was fire.
Multiplayer
so
was
good.
yes.
great.
Multiplayer
story
was
was-
I had to bring it back.
All the free
But
DLC, I was like, oh
to
my
be
god,
honest,
give it to
I
me.
play Halo for the story. I haven't
Mm.
loved the
Yeah.
multiplayer since Reach, to be honest. And I liked
Reach,
4's
it beat
story.
Reach.
Yes, I liked 4. I didn't hate 4. I utterly hate 5. Almost everything about it took me like 6 months to beat 5. I only beat it because I just said I need to do it at this point. So I'm trusting Infinite.
Damn.
I have not been into Halo recently, but I'm hoping, man. I'm really hoping, but I do agree. I think the beta is coming. I wouldn't be surprised if they're like beta drops tomorrow.
Reach is
Yeah.
right before 4.
Reach
No, Reach is
actually
right
happens
before 1.
before 1.
Right
yeah.
before.
But
But
the
it came out
game
before
came out
But it
before
came out
4,
before
right?
4. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Bungie's final.
Yeah,
game.
see, that was the last one I thought was like, damn, this is a great Halo game.
It was.
And I
Four
almost
and
didn't buy
5
that
were.
one.
It was the last Bungie one. Last Bungie one.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
why.
last Bungie one.
Loki ODST is the best underrated one.
Okay.
I haven't played ODST.
I mean, yeah, if you like Halo
No.
for the story, it's got a good story.
I mean, like, I love the story, but I'm through and through there for the multiplayer of anything else. I haven't really
Yeah.
played the multiplayer in a while, but
That Halo
let's
3
move-
multiplayer was bonkers.
it was amazing. Halo 3 was probably my favorite out of the original trilogy. But let's move on to our second predictions here. We'll just start back around. Ewan, what have you got for us today?
Okay, so on the topic of Xbox, I'm going to go. I initially had another one, which I'll throw out there. Big third-party game dropping day one on Game Pass. This is not my prediction. This is just another one that I was going to do. But my one that is just completely out there, might not happen, but there's been murmurs about it maybe happening. Exclusive Star Wars game for Xbox.
That's right. I did hear about that. And I heard someone was saying that the coalition should play a part into it, but I'm not sure
Yeah.
what they're doing. But
They're
That
doing
would be
2
great.
games right now. One's
Yeah.
obviously Gears 6, but the other one's a new IP. They say new IP, but it might not be. It might just be a new
it
game.
might be new to them. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
like
imagine they were doing like a
bit dark.
Republic Commando game, like a third-person
Ooh.
Republic Commando or a new kind of clone game. I'd be down
Yeah.
for that.
Well, the rumor stuff is like Mandalorian game.
God,
That's been like floated around.
I-
If you did like that as like an open galaxy game where you just go around, do different battles, be a dream. It would
But you
absolutely
don't
be
want-
one of the best games ever made.
you know what? Give that game to the coalition. Give that game to the coalition.
Yeah.
Because Gears
they're a
5
great
had some
development
little
team.
open world segments that were great. So that would actually I'd be down for that. I'm not gonna get my hopes up, but I do think we'll see
No,
that Mandalorian.
it's an out
game.
there.
Yeah.
I do
It
think
is
we'll see
an
the
out there
Mandalorian
prediction.
game though.
Yeah,
Damn,
'cause
that'd
I
be
think
tight.
Coalition is taking a bit of a break on
Woo!
Gears at least.
Yeah,
But
they're
Leo,
using a new
okay.
engine for Gear 6, so they're kind of
Yeah.
training themselves up on that. So that's
Yeah.
like 3
Yeah.
years
and
out
they
of that
still
game.
and they still update a 5. I mean, last year they literally redefined all of 5's multiplayer because no one was playing it anymore.
They released
I'm
the
back
deals.
on it.
They released like what was it, Hive Busters?
Yeah,
It's like a full DLC thing for that.
Yeah.
So they're
Story
still
DLC.
supporting 5 a lot. They support 5
Oh, yeah.
every week. So 5's great. I loved 5. I think 5's multiplayer is the
fantastic.
second best one
I still have to
after they
play it.
fixed it. So
I think it's got second best campaign, if I'm being honest.
it's my third favorite. It's my third favorite, but
Okay.
character depth wise, yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. Can I actually do my prediction next because it ties into what
go
you
ahead.
said?
Well,
We're
go
on the
ahead.
topic of on the topic of Gears. Gear 6, I think, is officially announced. I think this one's the
I don't
most.
think it is. I don't think
Oh,
it is.
really?
They said they're taking a break from Gears for Coalition.
Yeah.
What if
just
they
read
just
that.
randomly drop it?
Maybe
though?
it's
No.
they could pull like a God of War.
That's what I'm saying.
and
I don't
just
think we
release,
get
like,
gameplay.
logo.
I
Oh no,
think it
definitely
goes.
not gameplay.
I'm gonna tell you this. I think it comes out next fall. I think that's gonna be their big game next fall.
I don't think. I know.
Dude, we got a
Too
Valve
early.
coming
Maybe
up.
the fall.
We got
Maybe 2023
Fable.
Let me
fall.
see. Let me see. Gears.
Because
When did Gears
they're
5
using
release?
I think they're using Unreal Engine 5.
5, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
Gears
and
5
like,
came out in 2019.
Yeah, but I think this is going to be like we're talking like Halo Infinite compared to Halo 5 dev cycle. Maybe not quite.
I'm
as
just
much,
going
but,
optimism, man. I want to see where this
Yeah.
trilogy ends.
I mean, I'd love to see if they announce Gear 6 like this year
So.
for next year. But
Mhm.
I mean,
Okay. So
Yeah.
So Zach's was Gears 6.
Gears
I
6,
still have to play Gears 5. It's I mean, it's on
It's
my it's on
it's really good.
really good.
I got the Game Pass, so it's all good,
Yeah.
Leo, what about you? What is your second prediction?
So yeah, y'all let me know if this is crazy or not. I think we're going to get some Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls 6. I
You're
think we
fucking
are,
off
guys.
this. No,
I'm
you're
reaching,
off.
and I know I'm reaching.
You're reaching.
What was it? 2018 they revealed like that little
The
pan
title
over
card?
shot.
It doesn't matter. It's not.
I
coming to
just remember
PlayStation.
they
I
announced
think
it,
it's
though.
going to be an Xbox exclusive, coming
Yeah, I
agree.
exclusively to Xbox, and
Yep.
it will be at least announced and maybe even a little bit further elaborated. Obviously, no gameplay. That's nope. But I think that there
And then we'll
will
get a
at least be
title.
some title.
Mm.
There will be maybe even
Yeah.
a date reveal, and exclusively for Xbox. We're going to see them. Boom. That's it. Finally, now the relationship becomes exclusivity. And we start seeing the
God.
spoils from that because
Power
Deathloop is coming out on PS5. So
I wish I was as optimistic as
I
you
think
about
it's
this
gonna
game.
happen,
Yeah.
guys.
No,
Elder Scrolls.
Let me tell you, I don't think so because when they came out with that teaser, they were like, "It's being made. Leave us alone." Like
What
that's
that
what
2018?
it
No,
was like,
that was
leave
3
me
years
alone.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was. I mean,
But-
we might see something.
I
Maybe.
Just like
We'll
a
see a
title and
tease.
logo reveal and exclusively on Xbox.
Yeah, maybe.
Get it
but
all out of the air. It's like the
if
first
we're
thing
talking
they
about
do.
anything, I think we finally see where Starfield's release date is. That's the one.
100%.
And I think
It's going to be a big one.
I
that
think
is
that's one of
exclusive.
them.
Yeah.
That's the exclusive.
That's
gonna
exclusive.
hit. Which
I think they're all
I know people will
exclusive.
hate it. I know fucking people will hate it. But if we're gonna get any fantasy game, we're gonna get Avowed. Is it called Avowed? The one that
The Vow,
Valor
yep,
played.
and
Obsidian are doing.
Fable. Let's not forget about Fable because
Well, we'll
Fable,
talk about Fable.
Yes.
Fable. Is anyone
We
else
will.
gonna mention Fable? Just say because
I was going
No,
to. I want to
'cause-
see a full, not a gameplay trailer, but at least a full CGI trailer. Because I know a lot of people have been saying that, like, oh, Xbox just showed us a lot of just CGI trailers the last year showcase. I'm like, okay,
Oh, man.
But- to be
Fable
fair-
2 was so boring, dude.
Bro,
So boring.
oh, I loved it. I
love them all. I
love
love them
Fable
all.
so much. I was so mad at Microsoft. They threw Lionhead. They just demolished it. Like threw it under the bus. Like they got rid. It was terrible. I was like, I mean, I know Peter Molyneux is a little bit too passionate, but I was like, I like where his head's at. Like, yeah, like let's get this done.
do you like
But
who's developing this one though?
Playground Games? Yeah,
Oh,
they're
that's,
UK based
that's
as well.
a great choice.
Who
Yeah.
did it? Who do they do? They do for
Forza
Forza,
Horizon. Forza Horizon.
Ooh.
okay.
Which
So
I
know
think we're gonna get a
graphics
full blown
Horizon.
trailer, if anything.
Do you think we get gameplay though? Not CGI. Trailer,
I don't think we'll
gameplay.
get gameplay. I mean,
I think
they
we
had
could.
lots. They announced a lot of things, especially with
So-
Hellblade 2. I want to see what
Some
that's at.
I've heard
gameplay
the-
could be coming.
But I've heard the rumors for, and this is the only thing. I love Fable. I've heard it's going to be an MMO or like a giant open world.
I don't think
Online.
it is.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
hope
heard that
not. I hope
rumor.
that's
I don't know
the
if that's
case, so.
true. It doesn't seem very Fable-esque. Like it
That's
does
my
not
thing.
fit with
Because they
Fable.
just
I
tried
can't
that
see it.
online Fable, did the beta and everything came out, and they just
That was
disappeared.
terrible. Like, yeah,
It's-
it didn't make it past the beta. I played the beta. I was like, what is this? Like, it wasn't Lionhead. And then they had the Connect Fable game. You guys remember that?
No, I
Mm-mm.
didn't play it.
I remember that they had that Fable Heroes. That was
Yeah.
like an arcade type game.
Yeah.
That was actually That was fun. It was a fun little game.
It looked great, but I don't know. I was so mad when Lionhead Studios went under. I think they're technically back in a way. I think they're making like a digital like card game or something. Last time I checked, but that was a while ago. But I can't really remember. But yeah, that's pretty much for me. Was it Leo's turn? I can't remember. I'm sorry, I got off track.
No, I said Elder Scrolls 6.
Elder Scrolls 6. Okay. I guess so for my prediction, it would be, I mean, I'm just gonna go back more with more Xbox stuff because that is the number one thing. Actually, no, I'm gonna shift gears really quick for EA Play later. That's happening later, I think July 22nd. I want to see Dragon Age 4 or the new Mass Effect. Like,
that was my next one. Why you gotta take mine? So I'll pick something else now. But I want everyone to know that was my next one. Okay. I want to see this next Dragon Age because it's been way too damn long. In fact, I'm actually a little bit worried they canceled it because they showed a bunch and then it just
I'm
sure they showed something last year
with a lot of things.
Yeah, I think they showed something last year.
Yeah, they showed a lot of I guess concept art in a way.
Concept art and pre-rendered stuff. And all
but if they want to show anything, guys, can we just see? I don't. At this point, I love the last Dragon Age. Give me more fucking Mass Effect. I want to hear what you're doing with 5. Liara's in that goddamn trailer. I need to see what's going on. I need to save. A lot of people are theorizing that your save from this trilogy is going to move over, which that's a big undertaking because of the final game. I'm just excited.
That would blow my mind if it did. Like,
yeah, I think there's canon choices. I mean, honestly, like, every RPG has like this distinctive through line that like this is the obvious one to do. But obviously, you don't have to do it. Like for me, I think like Liara is the actual love choice, straight from the first game to the third. That's the one that feels the most coherent and feels real. Mm-hmm. And even though you can make different choices, that's just the one that makes it feel. And then the ending that you choose. I mean, not going to get into it because of Leo and Ewan, but there's a definitive ending in my opinion.
Yeah, well, yeah. From the get go when I was because it has been so long since I played the Mass Effect.
Leo, you're okay. We're not getting.
You're good. No, you're good. You're good.
We're not going to get into
No, you're good.
I've played it. I played 3. That's the only one I played all the way through. I played it on 360.
A lot of my friends picked it up
at the minute.
Yeah, we were like all playing it like quote unquote together, like in our Xbox party chat, and we're like, "Where are you guys at?" That was pretty cool. So I guess we'll start with Zach for prediction number 3 then.
Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit out. Yeah, so I wasn't gonna do this one because I didn't think I was gonna have to, but this was my extra one in case someone took mine. I think we get an announcement of Dead Space 4. I think we are getting a Dead Space 4. I think with the love that the trilogy is getting, I've heard rumors and I've seen a lot of rumors. In fact, yesterday one came out that a listing came out on Walmart for a Dead Space remastered trilogy. So I think we're gonna get an announcement of that remastered trilogy and that the 4th game's coming out.
That's usually what happens when trilogies come out, or like remakes or remasters.
Yeah. Plus, I think it'll be a big fuck you to the guy who created it, which nothing against him. I love him. He announced a new game last year and it looks awesome, a new horror game. But I think EA's like, okay, you want to go make that new game and talk down on us? Okay, well we're gonna make a new Dead Space game. So, but yeah, I hope so. I love Dead Space. I wasn't a fan of 3, but let's see what you can do with 4.
Okay. All right. Leo, let's move on to you.
I'm going to head back to Nintendo Land. And I think they're going to announce. Yeah, baby. I think they're going to actually give us a little teaser for Metroid Prime 4. It's been forever since we got anything Metroid Prime. I think that it'd be a good way for them to tether in one of their huge franchises back into the fray again. Because let's be real. Come on. No Star Fox. The next Legend of Zelda game is already ironed out in Breath of the Wild 2. Got to go back to one of them star franchises, man, and bring back in some Metroid Prime.
They haven't. The last one we got was the Wii, right?
Yeah,
Metroid Prime 3.
For 3.
Dude, it has been ages.
That's been so long ago.
What was the last Star Fox game? Like, that's my thing. What is Nintendo doing?
I think Wii or GameCube.
Wii U.
Was that the Wii U?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yes, Zero. Star Fox Zero.
I didn't play. The last one I played was Avengers.
What was the last F-Zero game we got, though?
Yeah. But that
would be great, too.
Probably
but it's probably not going to happen for a while.
Yeah, 60.
they're sitting on these fucking franchises, and I get
Kid
Mario,
Icarus.
fucking
Where's
Peach.
it at? I think the last one was on the Wii or Wii U. I
Ness.
believe.
Yeah.
It's like all
Yeah.
them games. The
Earth Mother.
yeah, something
Dude,
Earthbound.
one.
Earthbound.
Earthbound.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're sitting on that franchise.
Game
They're
&
sitting on
Watch,
the Ice
man.
Climbers. I'm like,
Ice-
literally every Smash Bros. Character
Aren't they,
is a
aren't they
money
sitting
franchise.
aren't they sitting on like what is it, Earthbound 3? Like,
Yep.
didn't that
Yeah.
game never get released?
Laying an
Yep.
egg.
Just release
And-
it.
It's like
And they're like,
Valve.
let's-
They
let's
could
talk
throw
about
that. They could throw
Pikmin,
that
like,
out
no.
for 60.
Yeah,
literally
they're
does.
not. People
Nintendo
will
is just
buy it.
like Valve. They're
yeah,
like,
people buy it.
they're like, oh, you want Half-Life 3? Well, we're gonna make a Half-Life VR game. That's okay, right?
Apparently, it's
Yeah, but
really good.
No,
Nintendo just
it is
aren't
really
doing
good.
anything with the
It is really
franchises.
good. I
That's the
played most of
difference.
it at my friends. It's really freaking good. But Left 4 Dead 3 canceled, which Back 4 Blood we're getting this year, which looks awesome. But still, Left 4 Dead 3 canceled. Half-Life 3 nowhere to be seen. You know what I mean? Like Nintendo, it's like Mario, Link, Mario, Link.
Pokemon.
I wanna-
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon. And don't get me wrong, every game, most of the exclusives that Nintendo makes are all great. I mean, they do not fumble a game. They are really in depth. I mean, look at Metroid Prime 3 or 4. They literally restarted the game because it wasn't hitting their levels. You know, we're waiting on Bayonetta 3 still. We're waiting. They know what they're doing with their exclusives. So, but it's like you got these star franchises that like also like do them. Fucking,
I think we could see Bayonetta 3 as well.
we have to. There's
I
no
think
way.
that could
Like,
release this year.
We've
I'm
got
sure
to
that
see
was the-
something. It's
No,
been forever.
They have their
supposed to be
Tuesday
last year.
spot as normal, don't they? They're
Yeah.
going on
Yeah.
towards the end of E3. Yeah, that's like
It's
I
about
think
a
that's
40-minute presentation.
yeah,
think.
that was like their old school. Like they're like, all right, you know, we have our old spot back. You know, we're here, and they're doing a Treehouse event as well. So
Yeah,
I mean,
it's 3
I'm
hours
happy Nintendo's here, but Sony.
What's
just
what's
isn't
the
here.
one game you guys want to see at Nintendo? Like, what's the if you could only have one show up that either they haven't announced yet? Yeah, let's go with one that they haven't announced yet at all.
So no Breath of the Wild 2, no.
Nah, Breath of the Wild 2.
Okay, Bayonetta 3,
Okay.
I think, or No More
Odyssey 2.
Heroes. Oh my god.
Okay.
Odyssey
Yeah,
'cause
2.
I think
No
Like, that
More
big
Heroes
dream
got-
announcement.
Yeah. No More Heroes got a delayed to next year, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
And then
think so.
Ewan, I thought it did. I'll look it up. But Ewan, what were you saying?
Odyssey 2. Super Mario Odyssey 2. I love
Yeah.
that.
Ooh.
If they
Surprised
did.
they
I
haven't
don't think
announced
it's going to happen because apparently the Odyssey team are working on Donkey Kong.
Oh,
I
they're
know
doing the
it's 2D.
What? Oh,
I
fucking give
hope
me
it's
that.
3D. I hope it's 3D. but-
It's gotta
Apparently
be.
it's
The best
Gotta
one is like
be.
64.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
the
there's
one that
big
was
rumors
free,
about that. That
free
is like a
roaming.
big rumor that Donkey Kong's going to get announced this year.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not even
God.
released this year.
Dude, my girlfriend will flip the fuck out. We still play the 64 version, and she plays the Switch one like all the time. So,
What was that one that came out with that had the bongos on GameCube?
Oh, the game-
Like, what was that, bro? Give
The
us a
best game ever.
platformer, man.
That was during like the
fun.
whole motion
The
gaming
Rock
thing where
Band.
everyone was in motion.
Yeah.
Everyone and their mother, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. They're like, "Oh, motion gaming is the future."
Yep, yeah. Guitar
PlayStation
Hero.
Move, the Kinect. It's like,
yeah.
get out of here. I'm sorry,
So,
but no.
yeah. What about you, Christian? What's one franchise?
I'm gonna go. I would really like to see like a Mario Galaxy 3, or honestly,
Oh,
like
that'd be
a-
one. That'd be
that would be
me, truly.
amazing.
That'd
Or
be
I'd
like
be
a
Remaster
new-
2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd take that as well. I'd pay $60 for that. I don't care.
Or like a good like Kid Icarus, like a
Oh,
new Kid Icarus game.
yes.
would
The
be great.
3DS one was phenomenal.
I was like, I mean, you guys obviously the 3DS. I guess you could say it's no longer any like doesn't have a lot of relevance today, but
Yeah, they just clearanced all the games for $10 at all the Walmarts. It's done. So
If they
Yeah.
redid another Chrono Trigger and just remade all that,
fuck you. That's the one I was just about to say.
that would be
Chrono
so
Trigger.
damn good.
I was gonna say I
Yeah.
want another Chrono Trigger or Earthbound. I mean those
dude, when
those
the
two.
Octopath Traveler came out though, like for
Oh,
the
it's
Switch, I'm
great.
like that looks amazing. And also on Xbox, I'm like that might be the next game I start playing after Mass Effect.
It's-
3,
yeah.
to be honest.
What
It's
was
on
it?
Game
Because
Pass, yeah.
I
Yeah,
have all my amiibos over here. I'm trying to see. I will say I think my biggest thing is just show me what's going on with Metroid. I wish studios would be
Yeah.
more transparent with these games. Like they know we're looking for them. Even if you don't have anything to show, just say we're still in development on this.
or
right.
you know,
even
like
know.
nothing's been done or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, because like it's like Dead Island 2. That game's never seen the light of day, but they still say we're making it. We're making it. Like you're not.
It's
making
been
the game.
years.
You're not
Right, you ain't making it.
Kingdom Hearts 3 all over again.
It
Wasting my
is
time.
dead. It is dead.
Kingdom Hearts. Don't even get me started.
Yeah,
Like,
Kingdom
it
Hearts
was
3, I got
good,
some
but
complaints.
like
That's
Kingdom
for
Hearts
sure.
2 was like good.
Didn't
I
live
agree.
up to that break. How long was it? 10 years between 2 and 3? They
Yeah.
did not
Dude,
live
the
up
gameplay-
by
Gameplay was phenomenal. They
It
just
was. That
they just
story-
tried doing too much in the story where
Yeah.
it should have been longer. I mean,
And
that,
then
Yeah, it
all
felt
the
very
stories
short.
they roped back in, and so many people got happy endings. I'm like, what are we doing? Let's wait for that.
I will
Well,
say
yeah.
they did say that they do have plans for 4, which makes me excited because
Yeah.
the way they
Oh
end
yeah,
off 3,
it's gonna happen. for
it's
sure.
just this was the end of the Heartless trilogy
Yep.
or whatever they call it. So I'm
Yeah, the
excited-
Heartless Saga, because there's more
Yeah.
than 3 games.
yeah, it's just like for how big that studio's, it's like you can make the other games, you know.
I think Square Enix's issue with that, because they announced Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced during like the E3 that the PlayStation 4 was announced.
Right.
I
It was
remember
like
that,
2011.
They had like
2010 or
3
something.
projects going on at once. And clearly, you know, I played,
Wasn't 7 Remake announced like at
Yep.
that time as well?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, that released even later.
So was 15, but it was called some Final Fantasy 15.
Reverses. It was
Versus- yeah,
Final
it was
Yeah,
a
versus
Versus.
13. Yeah.
And then they
it was
changed
Final
it.
Fantasy.
I
which
do
is-
like that game.
15's great. 15's honestly low key. That's the one with the car, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was
Phenomenal. That,
beautiful.
I thought that game was literally a 10 out of 10. I played the
Such
fuck
a
out of
good
that
game.
It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite Final Fantasy games.
For sure.
So-
So yeah. Wait, are we on our 4th birthday? I can't remember. I'm
No,
sorry.
I need to do my
Uh,
third. I need to
Okay,
do
yeah,
my
go,
third.
go ahead, man.
Okay. Right, so I'm gonna go. Considering we're talking about Final Fantasy, Square Enix, Final Fantasy 16 gets some more details,
Had
gameplay,
that.
something like that,
Yeah.
and it gets a release window. And I
Isn't
think
that
spring
this year?
2022.
Oh,
It's not this year.
2022.
I think spring 2022. I think
so
it's
too.
closer than. I think it's closer than what a usual Final Fantasy game will be. Like they're very
Looks
inconsistent
badass.
in terms of when they release things, but the fact that they announced it, what was it, September last year, it seemed
Yeah.
like it was pretty far into development when you look at the gameplay that was included.
Mm.
So I think spring next year. I think maybe they wanted it end of this year, but obviously COVID stuff, I think it's going to get pushed. So yeah, spring.
It depends on how far
2022.
they were because they showed off a lot. I was kind of like, wow.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
it's
it
not
looks
exclusive
good,
or
too.
time
it was like a
exclusive.
7-minute trailer.
Yeah. It looked great. I was like, okay, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Aaron, do you have a next gen console?
Yes, I have both.
Okay,
PS5 and
nice.
Series X.
See,
There we
he's
go,
cool.
Leo. You got to get on board.
Oh man,
Hey,
Series
whatever
S,
you got.
fellas.
Whatever you
Spending
want.
less.
Xbox Series S or X.
So
Less space.
as of right now, it is confirmed for still 2021. I mean, that could change at this
Is it?
E3,
I mean,
but
yeah,
it is.
God of War was supposed to be the same, and then
But that might happen. They might move. I wonder if this happened because Horizon, I feel like started less than because Square Enix is a bigger company than Guerrilla. So Final Fantasy 16 has probably been in development since 15 literally ended.
Yeah.
What my guess is I wouldn't be surprised if we see 16 in September or October, and then we see Horizon November, December.
Maybe.
okay.
So Ratchet and Clank will be the big summer game because they said they're shooting for 3 to 4 exclusives a year.
That's
So,
going to be a lot. I mean,
Yeah, that's
so like,
Yeah.
are we talking
heavy
first party
amount.
exclusives?
I think
or
it's
are we
everything.
talking-
I think it's everything.
or
Exclusive
they're
third party and
third
first
party.
Yeah.
Because we
Yeah.
have Deathloop coming out later this year. They got
So-
pushed back, and Kino Bridge of Spirits as well.
Yeah.
That's in August, that I think.
Yeah.
End of August,
So-
yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised, but I think Sony has it scheduled. They have all these studios now, so let's see how they do it.
They do
I-
have like 25 games in development. Some
Yeah.
of them are. They said some are new IPs,
Yeah.
some are returning IPs.
Yeah,
but-
I don't think this will be announced this year, but I would not be surprised if we see Sony end up buying Rockstar from Take-Two.
I just.
I don't think so.
I do. I think now it's coming. It's becoming the same thing that's going on with movies right now. Microsoft just literally took off Bethesda. If Bethesda,
Yeah.
if I'm being serious, if all their games end up because they still have Ghostwire Tokyo coming out this year too, which is a PS5 first party.
Yeah,
or third party
Microsoft said
exclusive.
they're going to honor those.
Yeah.
deals between.
But I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
you're going to tell me you buy a company for $7 billion and you're not going to make all their games exclusives?
Right.
Oh, they are. Do you think the Indiana Jones one will be exclusive?
Yes.
Or
I
do
think
you
it's
You
been.
see that?
See,
So
I think
was
it's
gonna
been
bring
I
that
don't
up.
think there is. I think there's already a deal in place that's going to be multi-platform.
I think it also
Because
depends on
that got
Lucasfilm
announced
and
before.
Disney. That's the thing.
Yeah.
What did Disney
It does.
promise them?
Exactly. Like if there's a deal in place, Microsoft will honor it. If not, exclusive.
And
Easy.
yeah, unless Microsoft said, okay, we're going to do the Indiana Jones games. All right, well, here's the thing. We're going to give you $1 billion to let us put that as an exclusive. Microsoft has that money to throw around. I feel like Sony does not.
Yeah.
Sony does not. They're running at a loss.
PlayStation does not.
Sony
maybe,
might.
but PlayStation.
But
no.
since they're separate pretty much.
Yeah.
So if Sony was smart, they'd
Yeah.
sell their movie division and just focus on games. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I can agree there.
Yeah.
I
so.
agree. I mean, there's a few like I enjoyed Little Women, like the 2019 version, but I mean,
I love that 9 days.
I know, but the thing is, though, anyone could have made that. Like, it doesn't have to be.
yeah,
Sony,
that is.
is it?
Yeah,
That's the thing.
and I was thinking the
No,
same.
no,
I
dude,
was like,
making
oh,
their
what about
Spider-Man
Spider-Man? I'm like,
movies.
well, anyone can make Spider-Verse too, as long as it's the right.
Oh,
people
hold
that
on
make it.
now. That first one was so good. Leave it
It
in the same
was.
hand.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
not because
like,
of not because of Sony though. It was because
Yeah.
of the
That
creative
was
team.
Lord and Miller.
Literally, Sony was like, "Oh, you guys want to do it? All right, yeah, do
Yeah,
it.
go for it.
You want Spider-Man
Sony
movie?
just
Marvel-
slapped their name on it. It was
Yeah.
like, yeah, like we have the film rights. Of course they're going to reap the benefits. But
Yeah,
Sony's
but that's
not
why
that
in the
clever.
second, you guarantee, Sony was like, "So you're doing a sequel, right? Can we help out? No, get the fuck out. Oh, okay, all right, we'll leave." So
Can we put in 10 villains, please? No.
yeah,
Oh.
how about wait? Can you
Venom
guys,
in Spider-Man 3 was a sin.
yeah. What if
Oh,
they're like,
Tobey
"Hey,
Maguire.
can you make sure to put Silver Sable, Spider Woman, Gwen
Set up 10
Stacy,
spin-offs for us. There you go.
yeah, and can you guys set up like that? They might tie into the MCU too. Just a little hint.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Spider-Man PS4 and Miles Morales is somehow got to tie into the Sony
Oh,
universe.
Jesus Christ.
It's gonna happen. I swear.
Let's not.
It is what it
No.
is. It's
Yeah.
all right.
Whose turn is it now, by the way?
Is Leo? Did you go?
Yeah,
I'll go
Leo
again.
went.
Prediction. Are we on
We're
prediction
on
4
we're
now?
on
'Cause
prediction
Christian, what was
4
your
now.
3? Christian,
Yeah,
what was
4.
your 3? What was your
Well,
3
yeah.
real fast?
Oh,
was your
mine.
prediction?
God, what was I gonna say?
Was it Dead?
Well, what's up?
Was it Dead Space?
No, I
No,
had
that
Dead
was-
Space.
that was-
Oh,
okay.
did you talk about what's the fucking space game? I'm blanking.
That's
Bethesda's.
the Bethesda one.
Starfield.
You know,
I
it was
didn't talk
Starfield.
about it because I mean
You've done
it's
Halo
been,
and
like,
Fable, haven't you?
Yeah, Halo and Fable.
And then something
Those
else.
are your first two. So Starfield
Yeah.
was your third.
Oh, and then I had EA, Dragon Age, and Mass
okay.
Effect.
So you talked
Oh,
Dragon.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
Because you
did
took
both of
mine. Yeah. Thanks.
them. Yeah. So I think we're on prediction 4.
Okay. Cool. Because I'm writing
Yeah.
them down in your Google Docs right
Okay.
now. So okay.
Can I
Okay.
just point out one last thing?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
go
Zach,
ahead.
did you say that Final Fantasy 16 you think is released in September this year?
I think so. I'm probably
Okay.
wrong because I think everything's again. We don't know
Been
what
pushed.
happened.
Horizon probably isn't going to come out this year, so you might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Maybe.
Horizon still hits. I think it's December.
It might.
Maybe.
It
It'll
might.
be
Really?
like last game. Yeah, I say that because I really think God of War is next March. I think God of War is going to be the same date it came out the first time.
Yeah, I forgot about it. Yeah.
And I think it is going to be
Yeah.
March. I think the reason it was announced for this year, and I think they were probably pretty far along, but from what I've been reading, the biggest problem they've been having is getting the mocap done because they have to have the actors in studio to do all the mocap. They're pretty much filming a movie. So like I'm sure they have all the animations, and in general, when you look at these games, when you make a character already, you literally move that character over in a rendering file. That's why some games don't take as long to make because you just move it over. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's how they do God of War, and I'm sure they're just waiting on the mocap now to finish that out, make it more redefined and everything. Because that's literally what I read is that the mocap's the biggest issue that they've been having.
Yeah. See, there's another. Did you hear about like the other Final Fantasy game that's supposed to be happening?
Yeah,
Seven
it's
Souls,
like
Souls,
like a soul.
Yeah,
Like
so
Isn't that what
one.
16 is? I thought
No,
that's
it's
what
called
16
like Final
No.
Fantasy
Origins.
Oh my God.
Final
Origins.
Fantasy
Yeah.
Origins. Yeah.
Mhm.
See, I think that is more likely to release this year, if any.
Is it an
releases this
exclusive?
year.
Do you guys think though?
Yes,
There's-
I think it is. It's been developed by the same people who did the Neo games.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. I remember hearing about this. Then.
Oh.
Now, do you
Yeah,
guys think
and it's,
when do you think Part 2 for Final Fantasy 7 comes out? Because that's been in development for a while.
Next
See,
year,
it could
man,
be,
randomly.
it could be 2026. Like you
No,
never know.
This
which
is Square
set.
Enix we're talking about, bro. They
Exactly.
take their
When I
good
beat
ass
part
time.
1, I'm like, hell yeah. Now, can I get a calendar date for each next part? Because
They literally said they didn't have a roadmap as soon as it came out. I'm not sure. Obviously, things have changed. It's been about a year, but I'm not entirely
I'm also
sure.
just wondering,
mean-
I'm like, does your shit move over?
They take their sweet time with everything that's Kingdom
But all their
Hearts and
games are
Final
good, though. I
Fantasy
mean,
related.
almost all their games
Everything.
are good. Like, Square Enix comes,
Yeah.
like, when they
I
come
don't know
out with a
about
game.
that. Avengers game was rough.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Hey, and they're
game-
announcing the Guardians game, though. Which,
I don't
which
yeah.
know,
for everyone
man. That's
listening,
Avengers.
let me say after that, the Guardians has been in development as long as Avengers, just so everyone knows.
That is true.
I'm so nervous after
So-
that Avengers game, how clunky it was,
It's
how
not
bad
bad.
it played.
Fuck you, it's not bad.
It's bad.
No,
dude.
no,
I
no,
just
no, no.
recently
It's not-
downloaded
I like
it.
it.
It was free last month. Just
Can I-
downloaded it, and I thought,
Yeah. Can I just say right now, though, the next gen version for that game is really good. Like,
Oh, I
yes,
believe
yeah.
it. I believe it.
the
I
loading
just need
screens are
more to
fast.
do outside of.
well, and that's what
Yeah,
I'll say. The
that's
loading
fair.
screens are fast. All that stuff. It's not buggy anymore. They fixed that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The story I thought was pretty good.
I
The
heard the
only
story was
issue
good.
was when you beat the game, there
There's
was
nothing
nothing
to
to
do.
do. It's,
Nothing to do.
it's
It's
There's no
Destiny
post game at all.
which the concept of it is smart because it's like, okay, you run missions and do it, but it became repetitive.
Hawkeye.
Bishop was great. Hawkeye was great. Black Panther is going to be their biggest add-on, and I think if
Oh,
they
yeah.
knock it out of the
Yeah.
park with Black Panther, they have. I just refuse to buy the battle pass stuff. That's the only thing I do. But I'm okay with Guardians. I think they know.
I
like,
think it's going to be different.
I
think
agree.
It's gonna,
I think-
it's going to be a very different game.
I think Guardians is just going to be a straight up 5-player co-op game for story.
Maybe.
hopefully so.
So
I
we'll
kind of
see.
hope it's like
Hopefully.
semi-open world, like
Me
kind
too,
of like
yeah.
Mass Effect. I
Yeah.
think that'd be a pretty cool
Yeah,
idea.
a lot of different galaxies. Who are you guys playing as?
Yeah.
Rocket Raccoon for me.
It depends who they have in it. If they have like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe
I've heard
Gamora.
people say like they
Star-Lord.
could put Agent Venom in because he's technically
Ooh,
Gavi's
Yeah, I was saying
character.
Venom,
That'd be
Iron
awesome.
Man, technically,
That'd be
Yondu.
great.
I mean, you could do all the
Yeah.
characters who
There's
have been. So I think
loads.
it's cool.
Like, you could do
So,
that'd be awesome.
Cosmo Space Dog.
But
That'd be
apparently, that's not
amazing.
the only Marvel game we're getting. This
No, there's that
this-
XCOM type
Well,
one.
okay. So can
Oh,
I go
yeah, I
with my
heard
next
about
prediction? Then I have my next
Okay,
prediction.
well then.
Let's hear
Ready?
it.
You guys
Yeah,
ready?
yeah, go ahead.
I think NetherRealm announces their next game, and it's the Marvel fighting game.
See, I have another prediction related to NetherRealm, so I'll talk
Okay.
about that in a second.
But yeah, that's my prediction. I think we are getting that Marvel fighting game.
Yeah, I do.
Maybe we also get, maybe it's not, maybe it's Injustice, but
That's,
there's
that's
been
what I was gonna say.
well, mention it after, but I'm gonna go with the
Okay.
Marvel. I think they are doing a Marvel game. I think it's been talked about for too much. I think they've even hinted at it. Now, especially Ed Boon. Ed Boon's really good at hinting at things. But I think NetherRealm has a lot of stuff in development, especially with the So in the Air. Are they still a Warner Brothers studio? Are they eventually just going to be on their own? Because
Discovery.
yeah. So yeah, that's my prediction. I guess we should probably go to Ewan the next.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Injustice 3 gets announced. It's been nearly 4 years since Injustice 2 came out.
It's my
And they
favorite
tend to
fighting game
do
of all time.
they tend to do like every 2 years. They alternate really. So it's like Injustice 2 came out 2017, Mortal Kombat 11 2019. So then Injustice 3 maybe later this year, if not next year.
Yeah.
I think it's going to at least get announced. Like it's happening. Let's face it. It's obviously going to happen.
They're working on
So-
something. I mean, they're announcing
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
now,
So-
could it be DC versus Marvel? Just
What about
do you guys
DC versus Marvel? DC versus Marvel versus Mortal Kombat. Now that
that'd be
That would be
epic.
awesome.
I could see them doing DC versus Marvel though. If any studio is gonna do it, it's NetherRealm.
Okay.
I'd be down, bro. I'd swipe that day one. Like, let me get that shit.
Yeah, just please have the X-Men
ASAP.
characters in there, not like Marvel versus Capcom 4, which had none of them.
yes.
Yeah.
That was
I
terrible
agree.
too.
Was that Infinite?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah. I remember playing the demo.
Yeah,
It wasn't very good.
It's not that good.
2 and 3 are the best, but yeah, 4 ass. It's
Oh
fucking terrible.
man.
So,
Long expired series, man. That
yeah,
just
Disney, please do not. They literally told them, do not use X-Men characters. Oh, okay, fuck you guys.
They're keeping
goes a
something
good
under
chunk of the
wraps.
roster.
Honestly, yeah. To be completely honest.
Was Spider-Man in the game? Spider-Man was in it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
that was
yeah,
in
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Marvel still owns the game rights. Everyone, for whatever reason, people still think that Sony owns everything Spider-Man, and it's
Movies.
like no.
But they have
It's
the
just the film
exclusives for Insomniac, so
Well, that's for that franchise because Marvel, I think Sony and Marvel were in talks to do an exclusive game, and then they went to Insomniac and said, "Hey, like if you wanted to, make a game, what would it be? Like a Marvel property?" And they said Spider-Man. So that's more of a cahoots between
that's so cool.
Marvel and Marvel Games, Insomniac,
Yeah.
and Sony
What's
PlayStation.
real fast like in that development, because they're doing it with Star Wars and Indiana Jones, like shipping it out to different players or different companies. What's a Marvel hero? Which Marvel hero would you and what studio would you want to see them make that game? If you could choose one.
To make a
Like a Marvel game.
Yeah, that's a
or
tough
like
one,
a certain
man.
hero.
just any Marvel. Ooh.
My Marvel hero main guy has a great Insomniac series, so I'm sitting well right now, guys.
He's sitting pretty.
Maybe a Hulk game. I don't know who could make it though.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Get the guys who do Just
awesome.
Cause. I think they could do a good Hulk
Yeah,
game.
Ooh.
that's not a bad idea. I like that.
Give me like a Daredevil game by, I don't know, maybe the same people who made what was it? Ninja Theory for Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Ooh, yeah.
Possibly.
That'd
That'd be
a good
pretty
one.
cool.
That's a good
So
one.
I was actually gonna say a Moon Knight game, but from the Ninja Gaiden team, which I think is the
Yeah,
same
that's-
as Hellblade.
yeah.
So
Give me a mutants
Yeah,
game
Ninja
by
Theory.
somebody, like just a
Yeah.
mutants.
or
not
how about
even
just
like
how
straight
about
X-Men.
another Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but better than the third one?
3 wasn't so bad though.
It
But yeah,
was fine.
all
well,
right.
yeah, because Spider-Man's in Ultimate Alliance 3 for the Switch. That's why I was.
Yeah,
What about like a
so
Marvel
bad.
Ultimate Alliance, but it's a bit more like traditional?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be great.
Kind of like kind of like the Avengers gameplay, but obviously a bit
Yeah.
more refined.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd like that.
Do you
Bring
think we'll
back
ever get
Ultimate
another
Alliance.
Avengers game?
No, not for a while at least.
I don't
No.
know, bro.
I don't know.
I don't
It
know.
I
depends.
think after
They
that
do
they're like,
I think the thing is, here's one thing: if they come out with a Battlefront 3 and that ends up selling well, I think they could potentially do Avengers 2 because they
God,
both gone through the
please.
same situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please, Jesus Christ, do a Battlefield 3. Battlefield 2
I-
got so good.
I need that. I don't. I
you know
think
they-
they might. I don't know.
Someone went through the data files and found voices for Ahsoka,
Ahsoka,
Padme.
Oh,
There's
What?
a couple others. So they were
Yeah,
supposed
for
to do them,
Battlefront,
but then
yeah.
they just started moving on.
scraps
But
it.
that makes me think that they actually did start making a Battlefront 3. I wouldn't be
I mean,
surprised. if they
Battlefront
are.
2,
That'd be
like
tight,
that
dog.
game's blown up. That game's blown
Yeah.
up.
It's so good.
It's really
Yeah.
good. That's the best Battlefront game. It took a while because when it came out, it was terrible. But like,
See, I didn't even think it was that bad when it came out. Aside from the loot
I-
boxes,
well, that's
Yeah,
the thing
that
that's
was-
issues with it because it was literally paid.
EA
to
got
win.
torn
Yeah.
a new one for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
pay
that
to
makes
win
it
stuff
tough.
was
Cancellations
incredibly
and pre-orders and stuff. I was like, you
Yeah.
what? I was like,
I think that killed pay to win like completely. It's
Mhm.
still around, but I don't think it's
Not
like
as bad.
big
It's
as a
all
thing.
it's all skins now. If you want to pay, it's just skins
Exactly.
now. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah, who's next?
I
go
believe
ahead.
it's Leo. Yeah.
Y'all want to hear a hot take? That's definitely not going to happen.
No.
Yeah.
Because these guys don't even have a panel at E3. I think during E3, we will see the announcement of maybe a teaser, maybe an image, maybe a little something. I think we'll see some GTA 6, guys. It's been
Oh, I
8
thought
years
you were
since
telling
GTA 5.
Yeah.
8 years! And what? Sony opened up their presentation with a GTA 5 teaser for PS5. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
come on.
If we see
That
GTA
was
6, it'll
hilarious.
probably be at the Jeff Keighley thing.
I'll tell you the same thing
Or it
Todd
could be
Howard told
Xbox.
his fan base about.
I think we see a
Skyrim.
teaser image that day for something GTA 6. I think we are, guys.
Leo, I'll tell you the same thing Todd Howard told its fan base about Skyrim. If you want us to stop porting this game, stop buying it. Because that is literally why it has made so much money. Because that game has been sitting like
It's been on PS3, PS4,
PS4,
keep coming to
PS5.
5.
Yeah.
Like,
and
come on,
it was
move
at
the
60
needle.
bucks forever. It was at $60 forever because
It's
it was that
still
good.
in the top 5 games selling almost
People
every month.
keep buying it. And that's why
Still?
they keep porting it over.
But it's because they support that online so well.
Yep. That
My friend
too.
still plays GTA Online, and they do so well with it. So like, I give them credit for what it is. They've been. If you haven't played GTA 5 Online, they do add a lot. I mean, there's a ton of shit in there. Ton of stuff
There's
to
the
do.
DeLorean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
the DeLorean was tight.
they've gone full out. They just never did any add-ons for the story, which whatever. But
Yeah.
I think they're adding a whole other map for online, like
I
a
think
whole
if
other
you bought
area.
a PlayStation 5
another
within
game,
a certain time period, you
man.
actually get GTA 5 for free.
You get the online for free. You don't get the story.
Whack. Well, I think that deserves a
Damn.
terrible.
You got the whole video game.
Actually,
But,
I
you
was
know-
gonna use my boo crowd.
Maybe. I just let's see what I want Rockstar to do something else. I'm sorry, I don't want them to do a Red Dead.
Red
or
Dead 3?
GTA next. Nah, I
Bully's another one. They haven't
I want
touched
Max
in a
Payne.
while.
I want another fucking Max Payne game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
3
that.
was
Over a
great.
Red Dead 3?
I don't need a Red Dead.
I did love Red
Red Dead
Red
love
doesn't
Red
need a
Dead.
third game.
No,
Yeah.
they just did 2, like 2 years
Yeah.
There
ago.
was another one. 2
I
was
don't
good.
see what story there is to tell anyway.
Yeah,
They'd have to do a new character. If
Yeah,
they did.
Oh
That's
yeah, they
the one
would.
because 2 was
Yeah.
like a prequel to technically
one.
1. So it's like
You could do
Yeah.
prequels.
I don't know
to
what they're gonna do. I don't know why they called it
Yeah.
Red
a
Dead
prequel
2.
to 2, step backwards.
I don't know.
Arthur's
Maybe you
young
should
in
play
that
Nico.
game, like-
Maybe what they should do is do Nico Bellic from GTA 4, but do like his ancestors in Red Dead Redemption.
Hey,
I
guys,
think
I
that's-
want to go bowling.
Yeah.
It's just the same
The universe is crossover.
Hey,
Great.
is this a bad thing? I think GTA 4 is better than 5. Physics and everything. I love. I love.
I don't
I
know.
don't know about that.
It's been a while since I played 4 though, so I would have to like revisit it to
Yeah,
make
but
that claim.
yeah, it's not a bad one, Leo. But I'd
I
be
do love
shocked.
4 though.
I'd
The
be
driving was
shocked.
terrible though. I will say.
Oh yeah.
in 4?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
so,
it's horrible.
so bad.
Hey, you know what? I know there's been rumors about a remaster. What if they're doing like Vice City remaster?
Oh,
might.
or
It's
San
easier to
Andreas.
play.
What if
Yeah.
they're doing GTA 5 remastered?
Oh man.
That's
Again.
amazing. People,
I
are
don't know
like-
if I'm gonna buy it this time. I bought it twice. I don't know if I'll buy it.
I already have it on
Yeah.
PC, so I
I'll
think
wait
it's
till it
good.
goes down to half the
Yeah.
price.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
doing with Returnal. Honestly, I was like $70 for a nope.
Oh, I had that game and I got rid of it.
Really?
I wasn't good at it. I just thought
It's
I'll
tough.
get rid of this. I'll buy Mass Effect instead.
It's
So-
fucking
There you
hard.
go.
It's
Smart
fucking hard,
choice.
man. So
I mean,
But-
it's for a very niche amount of people, but it's
Yeah.
not for everyone. Not at all.
Yeah.
my friend thinks it's the best game. I mean, and I see his point. It's just not. I suck at it,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
dude. My friend was on the last boss and it fucking crashed.
Oh no. That's awful.
He said he played 2 hours and didn't die. And he goes, "It's like the studio said, don't play the game anymore."
They make great games. I think it's MH. I'm
House.
blank.
Housemark.
Yeah, Housemark. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
HM.
Resogun was awesome.
I love Resogun. Like they have a really strong relationship with PlayStation. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I've never had personally for me though. For the 30 hours I put, I've never crashed. So I don't know.
So
what-
yeah, it
I
probably
did a
just
couple
like.
of times.
Did you?
See, I'm like the only
Yeah.
person that didn't have it crash. So maybe I'm just weird.
I
But
only
yeah.
got to the second biome. I didn't even get
Oh.
past the boss on the
Oh,
second
let me tell you.
biome.
This. I got past the second biome one try. Third biome, I've tried like 10 hours of. And
Is there 3 biomes or is it more?
There's 6. There's 6 biomes, and I've heard
Wow,
the
man.
5th biome is the biggest pain in the ass. I can't even get to the
I
boss
couldn't
on the
do it.
third one.
Couldn't do
I
it.
die every time I get there.
Do I even want to buy it for like $20 if it ever drops?
20
It's like-
bucks, yeah, because it's insane. It's great.
yeah.
I mean, that game's fantastic. It's tough.
I was gonna buy it until I saw it was a roguelike. I was like, nope. I just passed it up because I mean that's
Yeah.
just not my style. Like
Yeah.
I think
Some
it's
people
like
love
it's the only thing that Sony put out as an exclusive that I think doesn't quite appeal to everyone. It's not quite as mainstream.
Mhm.
It should have been
I think
honestly.
everything.
I get why it's
everything else
not on
it's still a
4.
$70 price. I'm like, what?
Right.
There's no way-
that was a little much.
There's
I
no way
think
that
for
game
a
could have worked
franchise
on-
that's
I'm like,
not
this should
really
be like
popular.
$40 coming out the boat. So that's
Yeah.
just my.
I don't know. We'll see though. I love it. It's not for the mainstream at all.
Yeah, no, not at all.
It should have been a $50-$60 game.
Yeah, for sure.
So Ratchet and Clank at 70, I can kind of understand because it's a household.
I mean,
name.
it's like
Right.
It
it's like
depends on
one of 3 PlayStation 5 exclusives you can buy right now, anyway. So
So
Like,
Do
only
you
on
really need a
PlayStation
next gen
5.
console? Is the question.
I think
Oh, man.
here's my thing. If you're a giant gamer, yes. I think if you're a
Mhm.
huge fucking gamer, you should buy the new consoles.
Yeah, I mean, early
Because-
adopters
Yeah.
are always going to be there.
Right.
Like 100%.
But like, if you're someone who doesn't play games, you don't need it. Like my friend, I got
Yeah.
him one, and he doesn't play it. He plays fucking Destiny on it. That's all he plays, which he's obsessed with. Cool. Play Demon Souls. That's it. Like he doesn't play games. So I'm like, you didn't need the console, man. Which
Mhm.
it's fine. Whatever. Like
Yeah.
you play it. I don't give. I love him. So,
Wow.
Christian, what is your number 4?
My number 4 is actually going to be more of the Batman the Gotham City Knights.
Gotham
I
Knights.
wanted to see
Gotham
more.
Knights.
Yeah, I know it got pushed back. I was actually kind
I'm
of
more excited for
sad
Suicide
about
Squad.
that. That and the Hogwarts Legacy, but it would
Oh,
be
God.
Batman Gotham City Knights for sure.
Oh,
Because WB is supposed to be at, I think it's at Summer
are
Games
there.
Fest, and
Mhm.
maybe
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I'm
there.
sure they've got their own panel.
yeah. I think they are. Is it
wrong.
summer? Is it E3 or Summer Games Fest?
E3.
I'm sure it's E3.
Okay,
Yeah, they've
okay.
got an E3 panel.
There's just so
Yeah.
So
like
do you guys think we see, because they got 2? They have I'm more excited to see Suicide Squad because we haven't seen any gameplay.
We're gonna see that. I think we'll see that.
I did
in
not
Gotham.
like the look of Suicide Squad.
I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
personally.
One.
Really?
Yeah.
But so it's definitely Suicide Squad. I think we're seeing all 3 of those games, but that's why I say I think we're getting some surprises too. And there's rumors that there is an actual Batman game in development, like an actual one. So we'll see. I'm not Gotham Knights. I'm still not won over on. I'm like the one fucking person that's not. I just
Really? You don't like
I
the
was
little
just
party
excited
at
to
looks
the...
have a
alright. I think that's
Batman
good.
game. Sorry, go ahead, Eamon.
I know. I was just gonna say it looks good. I think it looks
Yeah.
it
alright.
looks good. I look at it and I'm like, so how are you telling me this isn't a continuation of Arkham City or Arkham Knight? Like, you know what I mean? But Suicide Squad is. They didn't even keep the continuity with
Yeah.
Deadshot. Like,
Oh,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
That's right.
which I get
forgot
why
about
they
that.
didn't because of like the modern interpretation of him now, but I don't know. It's a good prediction. It's probably gonna happen. So
Yeah, hopefully we
Yeah.
shall see. So I guess we'll just go back around. Zach, what's your 5th prediction for this? Is everything's been going on with E3. It's like
Yeah.
they don't even start at the same time every day. Like I look at the schedule, I'm
Yeah.
like, this looks so inconsistent. But go ahead.
yeah. I think this is I know Sony's not gonna be there, but like I have to imagine they're gonna have a presence somewhere. Like I know Jeff Keighley. I'm gonna say it right now. I think Silent Hill. I think we finally get something on a new Silent Hill game. I think
Okay.
Konami is dumb if they don't. I think they're stupid if they're sitting on these franchises and they haven't been doing anything.
Hmm.
So maybe that or Metal Gear Solid. We'll see.
Metal Gear at the Xbox One. There's rumors.
Saw that. Yeah, the rumors for Metal Gear
Xbox.
at Xbox. Yep.
Oh Jesus.
It's been in
They've been-
cahoots with Hideo Kojima with Phil Spencer,
Oh.
Daddy Spencer.
Oh, I've heard of the rumors on that.
There's so
Yeah.
many rumors out
But
there, dude.
but isn't he exclusive now? Like, isn't his studio just for Sony though?
No.
Well, no. So Hideo Kojima, he has Kojima Productions. He made his own, but I mean, it makes more sense for him to have a relationship with Sony or PlayStation, but it's not owned by PlayStation.
Okay,
It's kind of sorry, guys.
because pretty much I know it was an empty check, pretty much empty number. Do whatever you want. for-
Konami like messed him up, and that was terrible.
Yeah.
Like horrible. But yeah, I know he's doing his own thing. I mean, I'm happy for him. I mean, there's a lot of studios out there that work with Sony closely, even with Game Freak. Like Nintendo doesn't own Game Freak, but they it's a weird partnership between them and Pokemon and everything else because Game Freak owns Pokemon. So it's it's
Please
weird
release that
stuff.
on the Sony.
Man, if Nintendo properties came over to Xbox, it'd be all or just any console. Like they make such good games. Like I've always believed that Nintendo will work better as a third-party platform, but the only thing that keeps me with doubts with that is that each time that they make a new console, it's like the games that come out are specifically built around that piece of hardware.
Yep.
But that wouldn't kill them to put Smash Brothers on other consoles. But,
What about PlayStation All Stars? Let's get another one of those.
Oh my
Oh,
God! Yes,
Lord.
please.
Why not just combine it all? See, have
Yeah,
all Xboxes
honestly, just
stuff. like just
one.
have a massive fighting game, like
Yeah.
a massive brawling game.
Man, that'd be
Everything,
tight.
all third
Yeah,
parties,
and Leo
just
could fight in it.
everything in there.
That would be amazing. Like
Yeah.
I would be for that, like 100%.
Same.
Yeah.
Like it would be fan for like, oh my god, that roster would be huge.
Huge, dude. Yes,
Supposed need to do
let's
something
go.
with Killer Instinct, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Mhm.
Like
Oh,
they
yeah,
are
yeah.
with Bethesda now. Doomslayer
Huh?
would fit
Doomslayer.
right.
Dude,
into
I
that
want
game.
Doomslayer in Super Smash. To be honest.
Yeah, I think he'd fit better in like a Mortal Kombat or
Ooh.
Killer Instinct. But,
I was surprised, like when they put
I'd have
Snake
him
in
in
there.
Smash.
Yeah, when they put
Yeah.
Snake in Smash, I was like, "Is this gonna work?" I'm like,
And it works.
And they
Yeah.
did have Snake in one of the old Smash games, I think.
Yeah, in Brawl, yeah,
Yeah.
that's where he first came in with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Good old Sonic, bro.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's round out this podcast with our fifth predictions here really quick. Zach, what have you got for us?
Oh, mine was the Metal Gear Solid Silent Hill.
Okay, that's right. Leo, what about you?
Going to go another hot take, folks.
Oh.
That's not gonna happen, but I've already hinted at it, and I said it when Zach was like, "Which Nintendo franchise?" Chrono Trigger. I think something's gonna be happening with that. I feel like Nintendo just needs to really come out with some hot stuff because that last direct that they had really wasn't anything besides
It's gonna
Splatoon.
be Splatoon 3, man. They're gonna end on that.
You're getting Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
That would, I mean, I feel like that's gonna happen, so I didn't want to use that take.
That
but
Arceus
I'm
game looks
hoping something
interesting,
Chrono
though.
Trigger would be awesome, like a remake or something, dude. Give us a
I
3D
agree.
version. Give it to us, man.
It's so good.
Isn't
I love
Chrono Trigger Square, isn't it?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Sure. Okay, so apparently, they're doing like Dragon Quest 3, I think.
Yeah.
Like a remaster version.
Yeah.
So apparently Square are interested in doing more like remasters, remakes of older games like that. So Chrono Trigger would be a good one.
See,
Could do it.
Throw that on there. Throw it on.
Yeah.
I would love it so much. Ewan, what about you for your fifth prediction?
Okay, so mine's not like, it's not a hot take. It's not really a big one to end mine off, but Beyond Good and Evil 2, like that game, like they
Please,
have to
yeah.
show something. They have to give proper gameplay. I think they give a release window as well, holiday 2022. I still think it's far out. It could be closer. I'd like it to be closer, but
I feel like that
they
game's
got to
been in
show this
development
game.
forever.
Yeah, exactly. It has been in development for so long. I mean, I can't remember when we got the first gameplay. Must have been
It was PS3.
2017.
I thought it was the PS3.
Maybe.
something like
Well, the trailer
Mhm.
was the PS3 era.
It's been a while.
Been a mad long time.
They gotta show something.
Yeah,
Could be a big one
dude,
for Ubisoft as well. Like it really could be a big game, but
It
you
could
never
be.
know with them.
Dude,
They need something. They need something. Not another Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed. Let's not go there.
No.
Well, now they're apparently going free to play with those with like subscription based.
Oh,
There was a
yeah,
rumor
I
going
heard about
what?
that.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's some kind of room.
That sounds-
I think they're doing more free to play experiences. I'm like, okay. I'm just.
Please don't do that.
Yeah, let's not.
The only thing from Prince of Persia, not Prince of Persia. Sorry, the only thing from Ubisoft, excuse me, is Prince of Persia. Is what I want to see. But when we saw it last time, that was looking
Oh, I love
very, very.
That was not a remake. That was
I
a
was like,
remaster
what?
at most.
Is
Right.
It wasn't even
this?
any of that. It was just ass.
yeah, like
It-
come
It's
on.
just it was a
I had to
port.
push it back. I was like,
I
good.
actually the original probably looked better than it.
just like why do only the first? Give me the first 3 games.
Why not just make a new one?
That
Yeah.
too?
right.
Why do
Well,
we need a
I could see the
remaster?
They were
Remaster
going
it.
to,
The
and then
remaster
that's
doesn't
how
even
Assassin's
look
Creed
good.
was born.
The remaster doesn't even look good though. It's
No.
ass. It literally
They
looks
pushed
like
it
ass.
back because of all the feedback. I'm assuming they say it's
Yeah,
COVID
good
related.
call.
They said it's COVID related, but I'm assuming it's more of the feedback. Same thing with Halo Infinite. Like it's, I will always take a delayed game. 100%. Take your time.
Mhm.
Just don't take
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3 time.
You think CD
The
Projekt
Last
Red will be
Guardian.
there?
They're in a financial mess right now.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
I think they've got other things to worry about than actually making games at
It's
this
still
point.
not on the PlayStation Store.
Cyberpunk is just gone. It's gone.
I don't
on
care.
the
It's
PlayStation
fine.
Store. They pulled it.
I don't
It's
care.
still on the Xbox.
I loved Cyberpunk.
Okay.
I loved Cyberpunk.
I didn't
But
get to play it. I was
It
between
looked
consoles.
boring.
but
It
I
looked, it looked bad. It was boring.
Yeah, it looks so
I
boring.
played it. I bought it for my PlayStation 4. I bought it for PS4. I played on my PS5, and it was. like it ran okay. It ran pretty good, but it was more the dialogue. Like dialogue kept like running into each other. People kept over speaking, and it drove me insane. I bought it from Best Buy, and they were doing full blown refunds. So like, doesn't matter if you open it up or not, we'll give you your money back. So that's what I did.
Wasn't that a CD Project Red thing? They were like, yeah, if you need to return it.
Or
was that a Best Buy?
I don't know. I don't know if
it was everywhere. Everywhere was following that rule.
Yeah, a lot of places. Some Sony online, like if you bought like the digital version,
yeah, you could get a full refund. I heard,
but they were hard.
It was iffy, man. Sony PlayStation like support is terrible.
Yep.
Absolutely horrible.
You know, like, if you lose your account, it's almost you have to have the original console you created that account on.
What?
But it's like once you've not, even if there's like zero playtime, let's say if you bought Cyberpunk 2077 for your PS5, let's say if you bought it and you had zero playtime, like all you did was download it, they wouldn't take it back because it's been downloaded onto your console.
Dang, bro.
Nintendo's a little iffy about that sometimes too, but I mean, customer support's always a pain, no matter what. But Sony is very bad. It is.
I agree.
That's why
terrible.
I don't buy games digitally.
Yeah, I don't either.
I try not to.
And sometimes I try honestly not to pre-order games as much anymore. Like unless it's like Ratchet and Clank. Like I know what Ratchet and Clank is. I play the other games, but like I would not have pre-ordered Returnal. I'm not pre-ordering Kena Bridge of Spirits because that's on pre-order right now. And I was like, that's not coming out till August. I mean, and they announced that like a while ago.
You know what game I had pre-ordered for the longest time? Duke Nukem Forever. Never bought it. Never bought it. Never bought it though. Never bought it. God. I played it at my friend's house. I'm like, this game's ass. I'm like, this is fucking ass.
That's funny. So I think is it everyone's turn for
I've just been.
Oh, it's
your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I'm actually going to go. I hate to bring up my boys here, my Xbox boys, but you know, it's all about the sweet sound. Of course. I was actually gonna. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you are.
I
man.
am.
You are.
You
Everyone's
your
biased.
man.
Everyone has their.
Get your PlayStation.
No, but see, you were the non-biased guy, and now you've been Xbox.
I'm like, so it's because Xbox. It is their time to shine.
I hope
like,
it is.
The problem is every year is their time to shine,
and they never shine.
And they never shine.
I just love rooting for them.
I love Xbox as much as the next guy. Like Xbox is my go-to. Always has been for my entire life, but you know. They're not the greatest at the moment. I have hope, but
I mean, I always have hope for Xbox. I don't know what it is. I mean, like I love my PlayStation. Like every company has issues. Everyone has their preferred platform, but I would never go out and be like, oh, well, like, PlayStation has no games this year. Like, there's an issue going on with PlayStation because they duped their entire marketing for the PlayStation 5, making people think that Miles Morales and Horizon Zero Dawn were PlayStation 5 exclusives during the future of gaming.
Miles was different. Horizon they announced right off the bat. Miles they changed their opinion. Yeah,
they changed, but it's I don't know. Like I still think people should buy a PlayStation 5 if they can, because I'm all about, early adopting or just future proofing. Because it's like I have my PlayStation 5 now. Is there a lot to play for it or my Xbox right now? No, but once those games start rolling out, I'll already have them.
So all you guys, what is like the game that you were looking forward to on Microsoft that made you go with a Series X at the same time as a PS5? Like, what is that game that
I got my Series X like a month ago, so I didn't get it right off the bat.
It took me 6 months to get mine.
To be honest, for me, because I got it first day. I had it first day. I got it honestly to do a video on. That's why I bought it, so I could put 60 hours into it, play and do a video. Plus, I do Game Pass, so like I get a lot of any game that goes on Game Pass. I just go there. I don't buy the game. So unless it's online, and I want to play with my friends on PlayStation, but. Gears of War 5. I mean, it is literally an Xbox Series X game on that console. That the update they did is huge. I mean, it's that is a next gen game. I play the shit out of it almost every single day. But we'll be honest, you know, I get my consoles for the exclusives. You know, I want my Xbox so I can play my Fable, my Gears, my Halo. But I also love that I can put in an original Xbox disc in this baby right here and play it.
And it just works.
And it just works.
I just bought Dragon Age 2 from this place.
I've never played it. I've never played
I popped that thing in. It was like, boop, all right, you ready to play? I was like, it just works, dude. I love it. I don't know what, like, in Game Pass is huge. Like, I have my PlayStation 5 for Sony exclusives, whether they be third party or whatnot. But it's like, I really don't.
That's something. I wonder if Sony announces their Game Pass thing that's rumored.
Oh, yeah. See, they backtracked on that a little bit. Jim Ryan was like, "Oh, Game Pass isn't lucrative enough for us. Like, it does, you know, financially, it doesn't make
because they don't
sense.
have the money to do it."
And then they said we're gonna have an answer to Game Pass, so we'll see. But really quick, I want to get my fifth prediction out of the way. It was this Hellblade Senua Sacrifice 2. I want to see more about it because I love the first game and I'm ready for it. Like, I'm always ready for it.
I never played it.
It's so good.
I don't me neither.
Is it short? Because that's what I've heard. It's short.
Things are coming together for Xbox.
It's like 8 to 10 hours.
Okay.
It's not particularly long.
Yeah,
it's just
a very short game.
Okay.
But it's free on Game Pass, so
yeah,
you know, you can't really complain about length.
Yeah, but like to answer like for Leo's question, it's just, I mean, you want all these studio or these companies to do better. Like obviously, yes, PlayStation has been doing, you know, great things with their first party exclusives. I don't want them to get too comfortable with that. I don't want them to get too compliant as they did from PS2 to PS3. Like, oh, you know, people are just going to buy our stuff anyway. I don't want them just to focus on like just God of War, Last of Us, and Horizon. Like, I want to see new properties from them that, or just older properties like Legend of Dragoon or something like that they've been sitting on for a while.
Yep.
But it's just like with X, like I'm always for the underdog, no matter what it is. Nintendo's always been pretty much an underdog for a while there, but they are doing their own thing. Like each of these companies are doing their own thing. But well, I really just love the consumer friendly practices that Xbox has. And the fact that I can literally like, it's just like what Zach said, I can go break out KOTOR 1 or 2, like an original Xbox game, and like emulation, it just works. They make things so simple and just streamlined. It's all there. I mean, obviously, Bethesda, you know, that whole thing is getting me really excited. A new Fable game, like in Game Pass, it's like, hey, you know, like I have my like every single PlayStation game I have right now. For like PS4, they're all exclusives. I don't have like a single third-party game for my PlayStation 5 right now. Well, minus like Crash Bandicoot because I bought it on that Crash 4. Yeah. But like, I mean, if I want to try out new games and like I have Game Pass, like we've been missing demos for such a long time. Now I can download full games and just experience them. And it's like, hey, if I really love Octopath Traveler as much as I think I'm going to, 9 times out of 10, I am going to buy it. And I can buy it at a discounted price because I'm a Game Pass subscriber.
Series S, man. I'll be getting it soon, fellas.
No, Series X, motherfucker.
No, I'll be getting a Series S, nice and compact and small.
Yeah.
I just need that small size. Fit right onto the shelf, you know?
That's what she said, man.
Series X isn't even that big anyway.
Said that.
But that pretty much rounds out our E3 predictions really quick. I was gonna kind of go through Twitter, but I know we've been at this for a while. But I wanted to go around the room here and let everyone, you know, give a chance to like what's coming up on your channels and whatnot, and then we'll kind of close out. But I did want to say thank you guys so much. Of course, my other hosts, Zach and Leo, you know, like this would not be possible without you guys, and you know, like here's to many more, like 100%. Like
yeah.
I'm very excited to just kind of.
And Ewan joined us for the first time.
Thanks for coming through.
Yeah. So we'll go around the podcast here. Ewan, let everyone know where they can find you on the internet.
Yeah, so you can find me over at mchat on YouTube, Twitter, Letterboxd, Instagram, basically anywhere in terms of social media. I also have a Twitch, that is mplaygoeslive. I very rarely stream over there. I'm really inconsistent, but I want to try and get a bit more consistent at some point. As for what I've got coming up this week, I've got a video on the 2016 Ratchet and Clank game coming out either tomorrow or Tuesday. There's a Netflix anime series called Trace coming out later this week as well. I'll be reviewing that. And then, obviously, as we've been talking about, got E3 this upcoming weekend. I'll be doing live reaction slash watch parties for pretty much all the major panels anyway. So if anyone here wants to join, feel free, hit me up, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. But yeah, thanks for having me on. It's been a blast to talk about gaming, E3, anything. It's just been a lot of fun. So yeah, hopefully I can get you guys on my channel at some point in the future as well.
Yeah,
absolutely. Ewan, thank you so much for coming on. This is kind of just like out of the blue. I was like, oh, like everything kind of just lined up perfectly for us when it came to this.
Yeah.
It's like, let's just do it. But I'll shift it over here to Leo. Where can everyone find you? What's coming up on your channel, man?
Well, YouTube, you can find me on Geekly Goods, talking about movies, a little bit of games, some anime guys. Coming up, I will be talking about a certain Marvel series this week. No, it's not MODOK, so you know what it is. I'll be talking about that a little bit early this week. Also, got a couple first-time watches coming up on the channel as well. It might not come next week, but probably in the weeks to come. Also, some more Superman and Lois coverage. The best CW Arrowverse show ever. I will be talking about that this week as well. And excited to do some more episodes with you guys. I mean, there's going to be so many more things with E3. I'll probably be streaming a little bit on my channel. I'm probably just going to end up hopping into a lot of streams because while I do gaming, I mostly do movies, comics, anime, and things like that. So I'm not a heavy gaming focused channel, but I'll definitely be tuning in. And MChat, can't wait to check yours out as well, man. Guys, follow me on Twitter at Leo Rydell and on Instagram at Leo.Rydell. Then come on over to YouTube, Geekly Goods.
All right, yeah. Hit Leo with that HBO special for sure.
Yeah.
Help a brother out special, y'all. Help a brother out.
Special. All right, and finally, Zach, where can everyone find you on the internet?
Man, everywhere. So I'm on Pornhub at Zach Pope. I'm at YouTube at Zach Pope. All the best places that you can go to. But
OnlyFans everywhere.
Yeah. I saw feet pic every day. Nah, dude. Zach Pope on YouTube. Twitch, I'm trying to do a little bit more of. I just streamed all of Resident Evil. So all those are saved onto a YouTube channel called Pope Plays. What do I have coming out this week? Loki. Gonna be reviewing that for sure. Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, whatever the fuck that title is. I'm doing that one too. Bad Batch, loving Bad Batch so far. And I might have another Mass Effect video coming out. Just depends if I get time to do it. I'm gonna do a tier ranking of every squad mate. At least 10 of them are ass, but the rest are pretty good.
I won't say anything. I was going to, and I'm like, I need Leo to figure this out on his own.
Yeah, hang on.
So again, thank you guys so much. And you can follow me over on Twitter at Music City Nerd. I also have my own movie podcast at Film Optics. That is Optics with an X. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram for all of our latest announcements. We're going to be covering Loki this coming up week, and In the Heights as well later on.
Oh yeah,
I almost forgot about that too. For a second, I thought Luca also came out.
Wait, as we're recording this, when is this podcast going up?
I was gonna probably Monday. Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay, sweet. Cool. Then I will say one more thing. If you're in Arizona, which probably not, if you're listening to this, I'll be pretty fucking surprised if you are. But look up Arizona Midday on Tuesday. I will be doing a news segment over there about Marvel stuff. So it's pretty fun.
Actually, there we go.
I think I'm just gonna upload this today because it's
like fuck it. I don't care. Fuck it. Do it. Let's do it. Release the podcast.
More of a heads up there. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything coming up on our other podcast. And this will be available since this is our first episode. It will take a little bit of time for us to hit every single podcast platform, but this will be uploaded to YouTube for those who prefer more of the the visual. They
want to see our sexy faces.
But
I wanted to do it naked, but then they told me to do video. Like, all right.
We might get blocked off YouTube, but no, it's fine.
This isn't the Pizza Hut app, Zach. Come on now.
I'll definitely get that set up. Like I said, it will take a little bit of time to get on every podcast service, but hopefully we can get a few up within the next few days. It really just depends. I think Apple Podcasts, I think you need at least like 3 or 5. I don't know if they changed it or not.
Dude, when I did it, it was like a day.
Was it a day? Okay.
Yeah, it just depends.
I'm definitely going to work on that today. And really quick, just wanted a little bit more plugs here. So I do have a few articles over on the MusicCityDrive.com website. I covered how PlayStation is misleading its consumers with the whole cross-gen generation thing. Personally, I do think it is a great idea for them to do it. I just think the people who are, talking about it, it's a bit weird or a little bit frustrating, but in a way I kind of understand. If you're dropping money, you expect, I won't get into that anyway. And I will be covering E3 over on the MusicCityDrive.com website as well, to the best of my ability. I'm gonna try to hop in some people's party watches and stuff too. It's gonna be a crazy weekend next week. I'm not gonna be scheduling anything with any friends. It's just gonna be E3 coverage. I'm gonna have Twitch up all freaking day. It's
Thank
gonna
God
be amazing.
my girlfriend works next weekend.
And last thing, we are always looking for writers over on the Music City Driving website. It's not my website. I'm just one of the writers myself, for Ricky and Jacob, founders of the website and their own podcast. So wanted to kind of put that in there. But let's close out here for everyone. And again, seriously, thank you guys so much for coming on. Aaron, of course, you're always more than welcome to come back on and talk shop with us about video games. It's been a pleasure. Awesome. So let's close out here. Thank you all for listening, and make sure to leave us a 5-star rating and review on your podcast platform of choice, and follow us on Twitter at Critics Play Pod so you never miss an episode. This is Leo, Zach, and Christian signing off. You take it easy.